Let's start recording while everyone plays with their dice.
Yay!
What's not going to kill them today?
Okay, we're up to 15. That one's going to stay. So I got 2 nat 1s thus far.
Less
That
fun.
sounds about right.
For this group? For what we're doing?
Yeah.
Just for me. Just for me. You get that one, so do I. Alright, Haku, let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
Alright, well, welcome back, everybody. We're live.
Woo!
One clap in the background.
Right in front of the live studio audience.
They've all been paid to be here, so don't take what they say really.
His first roll was a natural 20. So.
Alright.
That one's going to keep.
Yeah.
So, last we left our heroes, we had gone through this manor that is outside of Red's Wharf, where Beldra had sent you all. She had let you know that the scouting party had been sent out. She thinks that whoever it is that has been doing all the nasty, sloppy Thieves Guild jobs in the town, she thinks it has been originating from this area. You found the scouting party. They had met an unfortunate end. As we mentioned last time, fought some twisted, unnatural beings. Made your way into this house where you found half-orc woman named Rokhamira, who was all too happy to tell you about what her family is and what they do and what they believe in. Tried to get you on her side. Professor very adamant in wanting to learn as much as he possibly can, but not exactly wanting to commit to them. Tensions got a little high, and a fight ensued where you were able to subdue this woman. Going through the manor, you found a whole bunch of documents and books. Made your way to the basement where you figured out this crystal puzzle. Fought a whole bunch of monsters that popped out of these lenses, and a big heaping pile of treasure appeared in the center of the floor. Everything that was in that treasure pile was listed out in the Discord. So I will bring you back to the map of the... Oh no, Ben.
We're good. It started correctly the second time.
Oh, good. Bring you back to the map of the basement of the manor where you have this pile of gems and magic items in front of you, and I will let you take it from there. What I would like to know first is how you guys are looking to divvy up these items.
Where did you post the items again?
RP sidebar.
RP sidebar. Yep.
The one channel I didn't look at.
There it is.
I think Yuki would like the ball, whatever, the little light up ball.
Drift club?
Yeah.
The light up ball.
Little light up ball. For reasons.
Okay.
For reasons she does not like to be blinded. I'm just kidding.
I want the Stone of Good Luck.
Are these all the things that were stolen? Are these the stolen things, or are these just their things?
Uncertain. We can check with the guards when we return back to town to see if they have a list of what the stolen goods entail and if any of these are on there.
It is a little bit to ask you.
I grabbed the pen.
Well, I've got a lot of earrings. I guess I'll take this one until we know for sure whose it is.
Naruko will be taking all of the gemstones, collecting them into a pouch,
I
and
will
putting
take
them in the
the money.
suitcase.
Ren's going to grab the bag of holding and start sneaking back towards the library.
For reasons.
For reasons.
If no one's going to take that figurine of wonders of the Raven, I will take that as well.
Okay. That just leaves the orb and the metal.
Orb of shielding and the metal of the conch.
You can break it It's consumable, gives you a swim speed equal to your walking speed for an hour.
I really thought you were going to say someone's a giant crab.
I would have taken that immediately. If that was the case. But no.
It's the crab of insurance fraud.
There it is.
I'm feeling a little squishy. I'll take Score with shielding.
Probably a great idea.
Red 3 has orb.
It gives you that the conch gives you a swim speed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Potentially Ren might need that if we just got something for swim speeds.
I mean, is it only like one round?
It's just it only lasts for an hour. It's a one-time use.
I mean, Ren will hold on to it.
Okay.
It's probably good for Ren to have that.
I'm sure I can swim. I've got 4 legs.
I feel like of all of us, the most difficult one is going to be you.
I feel like you've never seen a video of horses swimming.
Does it make his tail turn into like a Vaporeon tail? Because that'd be rad.
Okay, if that is the case, let's go. Never
But
mind.
it's also the fact that if you get a swim speed, you no longer have it. It takes away disadvantage for your stuff. And Ren is one of 2 clerics, and is so very important to keeping us alive
That is very true.
more
Accurate.
often than not.
Yeah, I do my job really well, okay?
Yeah, you do.
Y'all like.
If we wind up being able to keep the gemstones as party wealth, then Naruto can transmute that into magic items, so she's fine with that.
Yeah, hell yeah. I can share on any of the things.
All right. Well, we have the stolen goods, and we have written confession of to what they were up to here. We have one of the members tied up and ready for delivery to the authorities. No word from Jeffrey on anyone approaching the manor yet?
Jeffrey has not indicated that anyone is around, but Jeffrey has indicated that the crows have flown away.
No one showed up so far, but it seems the crows have fled. That can't be good.
All of them?
That is not good.
Seems so.
Let's quickly head to the upper level and see if there's anything worthwhile up there.
Okay. Sprinting up the stairs with too much stuff.
I got a suitcase of holding. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't. I have two pouches and a backpack.
Yeah, but you're holding one mint condition figurine and an earring. I think you're good.
I'm fine. I just meant is in general as a group. We all have just stuff.
Yes.
Oh God, are we gonna get up there? Rokhamira is gone.
Yuki left her food.
That was damn decent of you.
A note sitting by. The windows are down. She's listening to her favorite.
The windows have been rolled up.
Those of you in roll 20, I've placed you back on the main level. So you make your way back up the stairs from the basement. As far as you can tell, the top level is as you left it.
Cool. Heading to the upper level.
Ren ran into the library to steal books.
That's fine.
That's
Is there
fine.
one above the main level?
There is. There's a staircase going up. If you that door, the right one from the foyer.
So what you'll find as you go into that stairwell, going up a short set of rickety stairs brings you to a landing where you can see where there was another set of stairs that would have brought you to a second floor. However, these stairs have all but rotted away, and the way forward is blocked by the materials and debris consistent with the second floor having been collapsed.
Okay. Fun fact, I did not know the second floor had been collapsed this entire time.
It's very dear. Because when we came up, it looked like it had kind of like deteriorated and collapsed in.
Yeah.
I did have
But the whole bottom floor, when we got in, like the lights were on, and we got in, and it's like somebody's living in the bottom part,
Mhm.
but the second half of it is completely uninhabitable.
I
That's what it looks like.
I did have it in the description when you guys first approached the man.
Yeah, I just completely missed it.
That's
So,
You're fine.
all right.
Did we check all the rooms in here?
Not all of them, and not thoroughly. I mostly stuck to the ones that seemed like they would hold value, like the study and the library.
Since no one's here yet, and the birds all flew away, should we give one more check? Just to make sure. What if there's something really important?
I think that would be prudent, yes.
Okay.
You can't say anything because you don't have eyes on that.
I don't know what room Narco is in.
You guys are. I have you back in the main foyer right now.
Cool. I seem to recall there's like a room down to the southwest that we haven't really done anything with.
This was the dining room.
Looks like a dining room, maybe?
So, Narco can move over there and do a quick investigation check.
And there's also this little, it looks like a storage closet or something. I guess I'll check the storage closet because it's smaller.
And since you're right there, I'm going to let you have control of Narco.
It's inappropriate to say that you are the closet expert.
It's not wrong, but it is insensitive.
21 on investigation.
Alright, that dice just didn't like me.
Man, I know, that keeps happening.
Dude, right? I got a 6 on my investigation of the storage closet. It's a closet! Definitely a closet. There's a barrel here.
It's nice.
I found a barrel.
That is very useful.
Open all the doors at once.
Then you should have control of Reverie and. So, forgive me, Narco was heading into the dining room and investigating.
Yes.
So, a little description of the room. There are blue rugs laid under a long dining table with 8 chairs. Another crystal chandelier hangs over the table, while the walls are lined with several serving tables and cabinets. Along the western wall is an unlit fireplace. A very elegant tea set is displayed atop the serving table in the northwest corner. With your investigation check, Nariko, there doesn't seem to be much else in this room other than what was described, but you can tell that the tea set itself is worth about 25 gold pieces, and there are several different kinds of teas and herbs.
Yuki's gonna investigate the fuck out of that.
Cool.
The second tea set we found, too, that was, like, expensive.
Yeah.
So Narco will draw Yuki's attention to something of her interests
Yeah.
and expertise.
She will walk over to the tea set and start looking at it and looking through the herbs that are there.
Yuki, why don't you go ahead and make me either an investigation or nature check.
Okay.
Narco will assist you
Yay!
and also give you guidance.
Yay! Thank goodness, because that is... What did you say? Investigation or nature?
Yeah, either one.
I have 3 for nature, so we'll do that. So that's 9, whopping 9, and then what's your...
Did you roll with your
Did you roll with advantage?
I did not. Oh, that's an 18. That's even better. So
There you
that's 18 and 21
Plus
2.
23.
So 23.
So, you find that there are enough, there's enough material here to make several different kinds of teas, which I will put into your Discord channel.
Oh.
Tea set itself is worth about 25 gold pieces. Meanwhile, back in the library, Ren is just kind of clearing shelves and throwing stuff into the bag of holding. As you open the bag of holding,
Okay.
Does glitter just shoot out of it? Is it just glitter?
no, you find there's already a book inside of it.
Book! This is the best thing for the whole pile. What does the book say?
There is a title on the book. If you can find it, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm sure it's around somewhere.
I will put this in roll 20, but the title of the book you find is called The Magus Prismatica Primer.
That's a mouth.
Come on.
You were near me, Professor? I will say that out loud.
He gets so excited. Were you able to hear Ren?
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
God bless you. Ren's gonna say the title of the book out loud. Are you near enough to hear that?
Yeah, I'm like, the professor is hunched over Rokhamira, like, fashioning a gag out of his like extra traveling clothes and like
Smart.
Why are you
putting it
wearing
over her mouth. He has full intentions of bringing her back to town to face justice, but he does not want her using somatic or vocal components of any spells whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Smart.
That's very
And
smart.
he kind of perks up. Joe, what do I know about the Magus Prismatica?
Give me a history check.
That is a 20.
On a 20, you know that you've heard the name Magus Prismatica before. What has survived through time without any other really kind of written lore, any kind of written lore about it, is that the Magus Prismatica were a group of mages. Different groups specializing in different kinds of magic. And what is known about them is that at one point there was some kind of event after which they no longer existed.
Professor just kind of perks up and looks over his shoulder. Like, did you say the the Magus Prismatica?
Yes, I do not believe I can say it 5 times fast, but that is indeed the title.
Hold on to that. I would be very curious to take a look at that book later on.
It is book. I had no intention of letting it go.
Good. Excellent. We're going to take her with us, right?
Oh, she might fit in the bag.
What? Why?
She.
putting something in it? What's going in a bag?
The
You
professor
can't
wants to
put her in the bag. She can't breathe in there.
We can't put Rokhamira in a bag.
But she is coming with us.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she has to come back to town because of all the things they stole.
They must face justice.
Well, we also have written documentation stating all the other stuff that she's responsible for. Or at least involved with.
I think she might be pretty important here. It sounds like Rokhamira might have been giving people orders.
Taking orders from the high whatever. I don't have the stuff to look at right now, but that guy, like Rakashan or whatever his name
The
is.
Grand Magus.
Yeah, the Grand Magus. But she
Rudolph?
apparently was having command of numerous other cells, including those echoes that we've been running across. That's not small time. That seems to me like she was sort of heading operations for Uzura, more or less.
Like, yeah, I mean, looking at
Do you not know where we are?
Right. Do we have much else to do here? I am concerned by the absence of these birds. I think they might be returning soon. We should probably leave.
I don't think that.
I would be worried that the rest of her family is going to be returning soon, and I would, for one, would like to not be here when they get.
But the letters looks like they've all been sent elsewhere. I don't think they. I was just reading.
The letters only were referring to
The previous missions.
the agents, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, etc. They don't talk about whatever other acolytes she had here assisting her, their schemes in Red's War.
We know that Magistratus Delta is still out.
She seemed very confident that if we waited with her a while, the rest of her story would be here to help enlighten us as to their purpose. Honestly, I think there are reinforcements coming. The question is whether or not it's better for us to head out and potentially run afoul of them in the woods, or ready ourselves here when they arrive make sure we don't have them at our back. Or that they can go to ground and escape elsewhere as they realize they've been compromised.
I let us leave.
Yuki and Reverie are both voting that we take our goods and go. Fair enough.
And Rokhamira as well.
She's part of the goods, yes.
Well,
The vote counts for ours.
if they are coming back, they know that we were here because the birds already. And they're the only things that were twisted that didn't attack us.
Almost certainly being used as spies.
Messengers, potentially, too.
Almost certainly, yeah.
So they may not come back here if it's been compromised.
Maybe not.
Or they may seek vengeance. I would not like to be here to find that out.
I don't know, because the ones before... Remember the ones at Crystal Cove? We didn't catch all of them. Just the ones that were in the vault with us. Everyone else ran away after it was all done.
True. But that was their objective, was a raid. We had captured one of their leaders.
That's true.
They're going to be hunting us for sure.
So that's where the question is. Do we leave now? Attempt to make it back to Red's Wharf and deal with them when they choose to attack us? Or do we see if we draw them here to us?
Bless you.
If we think they're coming soon, I am of no help to anyone right now. I'll have very little bit of magic reserves left.
Right, my dagger. And I go looking for it.
And we need to get Reverie more weapons because that was terrifying.
Yes.
I also have taken a good amount of damage. I can drink a potion and be ready to go if we need to.
We could fight, but if we think they're coming soon, it might be better to go to town and at least have the actual Thieves Guild and the town guard that we can call on for help and let them know that they're on the way, maybe?
We should leave now. We need bird noises.
I have a telepathic link
Alright.
with my familiar.
Alright. Sounds to me like the general consensus is for us to take our leave, and then if we run across, we run across. Yuki. You say you're a little roughed up?
I have 8 hit points.
It's fine, buddy.
Naruko reaches into your bag and she takes out a syringe with some nice Kool-Aid soaked in there. Yes! Artifice for healing.
I have a potion for you if you want it.
You hold on to that, Jade. I have one as well if we need it.
I have not made use of very many of my reserves whatsoever, so let me use
It's
it
okay,
now.
Katie, just a little pinch, then we'll be down at the vets.
You said
That's...
Okay, hold on a sec while I find
Don't put a cone of shame on me, that's all. It's fine.
You are the penalty.
I am the cone of shame.
Yuki, 12 hit points back.
Woo!
Hell yeah. That's nice.
Got a little bit more of that on me. Is there anyone else who wants to be a
Did
little
you do that
more
for me?
healthy
Yeah,
before we
Thank
attempt
you,
to
Brett.
run afoul of?
Oh, I didn't realize you were in.
I'm only on my phone, so
Oh,
it's not great,
Yeah.
but I can at least have a bit of an idea of what's happening.
Yeah.
You're going to be staying. You're going to be hiding anyway. So
That's what he's
Maybe Reverie doesn't go.
No.
Yeah, I'll try. But what if they attack them?
Then you move into the middle.
stay next to Arby.
That's a plan.
And why don't you hold on to the stick for now?
At least until
we get back to town. Yes, I'm sure.
All right.
Your safety is very important to me.
We require more daggers in our group.
Actually, we're going to need someone to carry Rokhamira for us.
You do have those abs.
They're mostly for show.
Just decoration. I have a concern.
Do you prefer if the robot was carrying her, or if the robot was in front smashing things?
I
I'd prefer if the robot was in front smashing things with her.
Joe, how much of a hindrance would it be for Arby to load up Rokhamira onto his chassis?
What's Arby's strength score?
Good question.
What were you saying, Mars?
I have a concern.
What is it?
I'm bothered by the potential of being followed into town. If a battalion of void-wielding cultists march on Red's Wharf, there'll be little they could do to defend against it.
Don't they have guards?
Then they will know it is not the Garnet Hand causing problems.
I don't really see much of what we can do here. I mean, it's possible that it's possible that they might march to Red's Wharf, but they've been making it really hard for them to even know that there's a cult working out there. They tried to pin everything on the Garnet Hand.
But if we have one of the up and ups, then they may abandon any sort of mission like that. But
or they might abandon her. We don't really know.
this is also true. But when we arrive, let's alert the gods of what to look out for, with at least with void magic. Any sort of aberrant growth or strange happenings outside of the normal.
Or the wearing of blue sashes. That too.
Also that.
Sounds like a fair plan. Alright. If we're gonna leave, let's do it now. Strap our prisoner onto the robot, I guess. He's got a Rokhamira backpack.
Yuki tucks the apple into her pocket.
Scotty.
Let's go.
Alright. You guys are heading out from the manor then.
Yes.
We are.
I'm gonna gather some tokens.
My very nice people.
This we're gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that she has a whole cell of people.
She may not, but
From this
we
one
don't-
letter, it looks like she might have 4, and the one is missing. The one that's here, anyway.
You may be right. I just would like not to find out the hard way.
No,
that you're
I
right.
agree. I agree. I just mean, I don't know that we're going to have to worry about like a whole bunch
No.
of people coming.
The question is,
Trying
all
to
of those
find
cultists who started the arson in Crystal Cove and then escaped are still unaccounted for.
That's well,
And they seem
That's
to have been
true.
sent on that mission by Rokhamira.
I think that they were getting more people as they got planted in there too.
let's not forget that they can make monsters out of plants.
We haven't really seen them use that until recently, though. Until we came here.
And they're
But we know it's possible.
We do
that
know
they're could be coming from here.
that's true. Well,
Did we have this discussion on the road?
We are.
we are.
Yeah, we are.
We're talking and walking, walking and talking.
So,
Just making sure.
so as you leave the manor, as you head back out through the forest where you found the remains of the scouting party, back out into open travel, is there anything you guys are looking for? Anything you're doing? Anything? Any kind of precautions, watches, lookouts, any of that kind of stuff?
I'll have detect magic up again.
I think I'll be keeping an eye out for any sort of plants or anything that looks like it might be void magic-y.
Well, I mean, the forest you're gonna go through, everything looks fucking void magic.
Great.
Have Mara fly above us and keep an eye out for any of those weird birds.
Sure, yeah.
Beautiful.
Why don't you have Mark give me a perception check?
Let me find the stats of an owl.
Owl stats.
Every time you say Mara, it freaks me out because my goddaughter's name is Mara. So I just picture this blonde little idiot face. I'm like, no.
I'm going from Destiny 2
And every time Chris gets mentioned, my brain has to like check for a second because that's my name too. That's what we did do last night. That's right. There's some college. Yes, it's been like 10 years at this point, frankly.
While Mara is scouting, can Ren secure himself to Jade to lead so he can read books as he walks?
Sure.
Excellent.
I'm not surprised.
Secure yourself to what?
You.
You're not allowed to run into things.
Is there anything in
I can do that.
particular? Is there anything particular that Ren is reading?
Ren wants to start with the Out of the Shadows book. He was about, a little ways into that and he's really enjoying it.
Cool.
Pretzels from the Amish market.
Oh.
They make pretzel bites now.
Yeah, pretzel bites.
Ah,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You got room to get through, babe?
Yeah, baby.
Cool, I'm gonna go help fight you for
they're fresh. We just got them this morning.
God. gosh.
So that's a 20 for Mara.
There's a whole. Take another one.
She was about to. She gave you the Loki look.
Oh. I'll share.
Oh, 20.
Okay, I like Yosho too.
Dish.
So that's a 20 for Mara on perception. As you are going through the forest, moving out into open travel, Mara flying up above your head, she reports back that she does not see any signs of the crows, and that actually it seems like the path in front of you does not appear to be obstructed by any debris or creatures that she can notice.
I think we're in the clear for now.
Okay.
At this point, we're looking at.
Narco has very quickly adopted adventurer levels of cynicism.
Okay,
To be fair, Narco has been ambushed multiple times in the 11 days we've been traveling together.
How many times? So you see this robot here. Enough times that this was deemed an absolutely top priority.
It is a very nice robot.
He's programmed to be happy to be of service.
So it is mid to late afternoon, rolling around as you guys are heading out into open travel. You make it past through the forest where you found the scouting party. You're out into on your way back to Red's Wharf. Travel again takes about an hour. The path winds up being clear. You're able to make your way across, no issues, no ambushes. And it's almost a sense of relief as you see the city walls start to rise up ahead of you. Rokhamira, in the meantime, does not wake up from her state of unconsciousness.
Oh, another easy adventure for Mystic Mechanicus.
2, that's almost only died.
Alright. Need to get our lady in the jail cell. We are heading straight for Garnet.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, so you make your way into town. You get some strange looks from the townspeople as you kind of march in with Arby behind you with this woman kind of strapped to this automaton.
It's okay, nothing to see here. It's not a police badge. It's literally our clubhouse. Friendship amulet.
It's our friendship amulet. It's our BFFs forever amulet.
But you know what? If you kill enough people while wearing it, people will treat it as such. That's not
Hey.
So the townspeople kind of look at you weird, but the guards make way for you, knowing that you are kind of almost sort of deputized by Captain Yrsa at this point. You make your way back inside town, make your way to Harbor Watch Tower. The guards let you in. They show you to her office once again. There doesn't seem to be any resistance along the way. You are shown up into her office. The door opens, and she is sitting there waiting to receive you.
Captain Yrsa, I have a lot of new additions for your evidence locker.
She kind of scans. She sees this half-orc that is like strapped to your robot and then back to you, and she says, "Miss Narco, I certainly hope so."
And Arby let down the prisoner in a comfortable spot, where she'll probably get new shiny manacles to replace the old one. Narco begins laying out and giving kind of a quick overview of here are the papers designating rights to be performed, use of agents infiltrating the Garnet Hand, specifically setting them up to take the fall for previous operations, pulls out a bag, opens it up. Here you'll find an accounting of about 25 gemstones, varying qualities. You can cross-reference these with your list of items taken from the previous break-ins. Also found some magic items. I didn't know if there was anything of those objects that were also on your list.
To be honest, it was mostly the gemstones that we were concerned about.
Well, here they are. Returned.
no one has really reported any missing magical items to us.
We'll keep an ear out. If anyone comes forward, then we can return those as well. In the meantime, we'll take them as just contrabands that the cultists were using to enact their plans.
Yeah. That's surprisingly well done work. What did you... How...
What did you do before this? I stayed in my basement for 15 years.
Like we said, Captain. Mr. Mechanicus, problem solvers. Items found, justice served.
The results do vary depending on how many cultists we come across at a time.
Now, the one we have here was, as far as we can tell, the ringleader of the operation, and the only one present on the property when we made our investigation. We know there is at least one other, this tiefling with the gold eyes. Notable. We have very good reason to believe she possesses abilities of shape-changing, disguise, either magical or natural. So tracking her down will be extra difficult. We do not know the exact number of any other accomplices, acolytes to their cause, that may have decided to keep away from the area once we made our presence known. That said, is this suitable enough evidence of their culpability for these crimes? An interrogation of the leader, of course, is forthcoming when she comes around. I will be happy to assist you in that matter, should you wish. Be forewarned, magic user. Certainly can't guarantee that with freeing her tongue, that's with verbal components only, she would not be able to conduct something. Have any sort of materials in place for the holding and interrogation of magically inclined detainees. Very much advised to make use of them.
The magic that she wields is very different than any other magic you've probably ever come across before, and it's very dangerous. The entire woods have been corrupted with it, heading out that way. If you do send anyone there, just make sure they're very careful.
I appreciate the heads up. I appreciate the concern. We will certainly take that into consideration should we make any further excursions out in that direction. We do have something to help with the with detaining people with magical talent. We will make sure to put that in place. As far as the evidence that you brought before me, this does seem to clear the Garnet Hand of a number of things, but
They're at least not guilty of this.
that I can agree with you on.
And more to the point, they have had their operations and numbers very much trimmed down through the cult's operations.
It does seem that way, as since the incident yesterday, since I saw you and since you left, there hasn't been any activity in the town. Now, we did step up our guard patrols a little bit, but in even some of the areas where our guard was light, we noticed that there was a significant drop-off in this kind of activity, so it is highly likely that you are onto something.
When we were in Crystal Cove, they did something similar to the Sentinels up there. Infiltrated and replaced people.
They are corruptors through and
They may have done the same to the Garnet Hand. There might not be many of them left, if any at all.
In any event, I imagine that data going forward, things should be a lot more quiet. That said, you have been made aware of this new danger, so your vigilance is certainly needed, just perhaps pointed more towards this threat.
It is a larger one.
If anything, the Garnet Hand would be your allies in such an event. I think it would be very likely that were they to find any further evidence of these conspirators, they would be most inclined to discreetly pass that along to your people, having eyes where you do not.
It's a tall ask and somewhat morally ambiguous decision to make to partner with a thieves guild.
Is it more important that things go missing or that people die? The cult is actively hurting actual people.
No one's asking you to change what you believe in, or to
Let anyone go if you find them doing something bad.
to be partners to them. But it's worth noting that if there is a mutual enemy, and they offer an advantage to you without you needing to do anything more than conduct yourselves as you would normally, it's not worth throwing away that good intention when it can serve the greater good of the people who live here and who rely on you for that protection. They live here too. So, worth considering. Again, I can't speak to the Garnet Hand. I don't know what plans they may have now that this threat to themselves and to you is not gone, but at least been brought to light.
It is as people say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemies.
Frenemies.
Or
Friend
more another balance in all things, both the light and the dark working together to put a stop to
Chaos.
That too.
something that's not quite either, I suppose.
It's a good idea. I will concede to that. However, I don't know how I would even begin trying to find this Garnet Hand. Obviously, they would be doing their best to avoid me and my guards.
Well, if the Garnet Hand sees fit to make contact with us as a neutral party who did them a service, if indirectly, perhaps I can carry along some messages to either side. Again, when you're freelance heroes, all sorts of strange people find their way to you. I've found. I can't imagine why. And she looks over at her 8-foot tall robot.
We met a man named Fedwin.
Edwin Balinor.
I don't know what his last name was, but yeah.
I know.
He was really strange, but nice. So, you know.
I think I know who you're talking about. I've never been one to trust the Sentinels myself.
A lot of them seemed really angry and quick to do. They were just not. They were having a bad day. But they're not guards.
No, they're not. Well, I suppose if the Garnet Hand is maybe bold's not the right word, but bold enough to seek me out, I will listen. You've given them that much.
Listening is always worthwhile. Never means that you're going to agree with what's said, but understanding who you are either working with or working against always makes it coming to your own decisions a lot easier. In any case, Captain Yrsa, are you planning any sort of immediate interrogation of our new prisoner, or will that be happening at a later time? If such, we can return if you want our assistance in that.
See, she kind of looks at Rokhamira and kind of measures her up for a moment. And she says, "We'll at least wait until she wakes up. But any other information you might have in the meantime that you can share would be much appreciated."
Okay, we'll get her sort of. Well, we already gave her kind of a basic dossier on the people we're chasing and the schemes enacted at the places so far. Yeah. So Narco doesn't really have much else to give her as far as the lowdown on. Apparently, they follow Kurgalak the Whisperer. If that name comes up at any point, no, that's a problem. As stated in the notes here, which I'll be making copies. Some originals for your evidence, copies for us for our ongoing investigation in places we'll be heading soon after. Apparently Cult of Moloch also is in some way tied up. No knowledge of any of them being around here, but...
You can kill all of them. If like, that one's fine.
That will simplify things.
That's a name I'm not familiar with. Cult of Moloch?
And you are fortunate.
They're not good people.
Archfiend of one of the layers of the Abyss spends most of his time punishing people who make their way down to the hells through the usual dealings. Honestly, the cultists are more of an issue in that they misinterpret a lot of what his original teachings were before he was an Archfiend, and conduct sacrifices in his name. Tends to result in all of them dying horribly when they do grab his attention.
But they are also killing people.
Yes. It would be the sort of people who your people would already be trying to catch and bring to justice for their own normal activities regardless. It's just the name and the association is worth knowing.
Oh, well, keep her ear to the ground then.
Very good.
The City of Red's Wharf thanks you for your assistance in this matter.
It's our pleasure.
Very least I can do, please, if you wish to spend the night here in the city, we'll make sure that you are fully comped at the Salty Seal.
Already paid ahead for at least another night with them, but should our stay go longer, that'll be much appreciated. I should go back out to the city. We should find that kind soul who wanted to point us in the right direction and give them our thanks for the tip. And when your captive starts to wake up and it's time to learn more about whatever she's willing to divulge to us, leave word at the Salty Seal. And I will certainly be joining us. I imagine the professor will most certainly want to be present for any discussions, and if there's anyone else of my party who can lend some expertise. I'm also taking that 250 gold worth of gems out of my inventory. So, was nice while it lasted.
25, 20 gems.
It was 20. Narika's a very studious book. She's not. It's all 25.
It's not Ghost we're talking about.
I know.
Narika's trying to be a good capitalist.
If we do leave town and hear more things, do you have a way?
Return motives.
That'll do it.
That would be great. If you come across any information, we are actively trying to track this cult down, and anything that you can give us would be very helpful.
If I find out anything, I'll let you know for no other reason, at least to warn you to be careful if I know anything of their activity.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. What's going to happen to the gemstones?
We will try to track down who made the original claim on them being stolen, and once it has been processed as evidence and logged, and the sufficient channels are gone through, we will ensure that they are returned to their rightful.
What if you can't find them?
They usually go into a lost and found kind of protocol. We will hold on to them for a year and a day, and if they are not claimed by that point, then they will go out for auction.
Oh, okay. Because we did find them, so if no one else claims them, could we claim them? I'm sorry. That sounds really greedy of wanting things that aren't ours. It's just that healing potions cost a lot of money, and I almost got burned alive. So it would have been really good to have that.
Jake's like the last person I would expect this to be coming from, which is what gets it hilarious.
Persuasion check.
Oh, good. Okay.
Go.
I'll give guidance. An extra 2.
18?
will give you preferential considerations.
Thank you, that would be wonderful.
We get to look in the lost and found first, then.
Sure, a year from now.
In a year,
Hey, that's that thing I found that one time.
I was just throwing it out there because we don't have a lot of money and healing potions are very helpful for
Your girlfriend's trying to get you to go with her. Come on.
yeah, so I was just in case if you don't find the person or they say they don't actually need them anymore because they got more. I don't know how gems work with that.
It's all right. I assure you, we're certainly not hurting for funds to cover our essentials right now.
I know, but everything costs money.
But also, these are police. It's not going to work.
No, and she said if it doesn't get claimed in a year.
We will. I don't know where we'll be by now, but we'll swing back by.
Well, yeah, just
What's today's date so we know what date it is?
Today's April 11th.
April 11th. We've been traveling together for 11 days. It's been a long 11 days.
Are you telling me this whole game started on April Fool's Day?
It did.
Fuck you.
Professor's like, I'm just gonna shift time real quick.
Alright. So, Narca's still fresh. If anyone wants to go to the inn and take a rest, that's fine. She was going to go talk to our Garnet Hand people and give them the good news. So.
I think that's good. Jay's gonna stick with Naruto. So.
I think Yuki'll hang out with you too.
Ren's gonna eye the professor like, what are you gonna do now?
I'm going to go take a sleep.
I believe that is an adequate plan. I will also go take a sleep.
Have 3 spell slots left, and what if I want to roast a marshmallow or something? I just need a nap.
Alright. Team Sleep and Team Crime are splitting up. Referee, which team are you on?
I am with Jade and Marco.
Okay.
Dude, I love team nap time. Let's go.
Cool. Alright, Team Crime heads down the crime alley.
Woo!
Street.
It's okay, none of us are coming here with our parents, so we'll be fine.
123 Crime Avenue.
Yup.
Right
Yeah,
next
my
to
squid.
Varsity Boulevard.
Oh, sorry.
Weirdly perpendicular to Lover's Lane. No idea how that really works out.
Oh, it's prostitution.
They got a great PR though.
Yeah. Is prostitution illegal?
Depends on the
I would say no.
That's the fun thing.
Regulated. Not illegal.
Regulated.
That's a given.
Hey, they need to make sure that the girls are also taken care of. And boys.
That's the fun thing about D&D is most of all the regular world rules apply, but medieval times prostitution, yeah, go for it. Whorehouse, go have fun.
Yeah, why not?
Go have fun with your madam.
It is the world's oldest profession.
This?
Yes.
That and beer.
Beer. Truth. I love it.
Very diligent notes.
We had a bot that we remind me proxy on.
I'm sure someone figured it out.
You can set up Google Calendar stuff.
Yeah, but real world year, sure. In-game year, who the fuck knows?
That is the problem.
There's gonna be time travel involved at some point. We're gonna go back to ancient Mechanicus, just gonna throw everything off.
We've been playing for 6 months and 11 days, so.
Wait, if we're going back
That's exactly what Professor's doing.
Yeah, basically anyone who's not a middle-aged, regular human man, you don't really want to go back in time. It doesn't really work too well.
Ren looks at his horns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to go find original timeline Sepka and just show him my boomstick and see what he does.
Pass out, probably.
He'd probably just go, "That's amazing. Give me one." Can you make it bigger? He just has a cannon on his house. He fires it once a day just for the fun of it. It's somewhere in the city. He doesn't care where.
Yeah, that's it.
Bigger and gold.
Yes.
Made out of gold. It just warps entirely after the first fire. And he's like, "Oh, that sucks. Make a new one. By tomorrow."
And that's what happens to the treasury.
Well, there's several things that happen.
Yeah.
So we have a bit of a split in the party. Ren and Professor are going to the Salty Seal. They're going to get the rest. The rest of you head off to where you initially met Beldra in their safe house. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yep.
Correct.
All right. So as you are heading in your separate directions, is there anybody wish to have a fireside chat with anyone? Anything you guys are talking about, discussing about on the way, or do you want to just head off in your separate paths?
I'm just kind of too tired for in-depth discussions right now.
Jade is
It's a rough day.
still very, very hurting and tired as well. So just going and getting this done and being able to go and change is going to be good for her.
It's been a big day.
So Professor and Ren, are you guys going right to your room and just kind of like knocking the fuck out, or?
Red might read a little bit first before nap time. Shit.
Professor going right to rest, or are you kind of staying up doing anything?
I'm going right to rest. There's some contemplation to be done, but he can do that with his eyes closed.
Okay. Following up with Ren, reading the book Out of the Shadows. It's been enough time where you've been able to get through much of the book. What you get from this book is, as I think I've already gave you, that it's a book about four brothers trained in martial arts must face an enemy from their family's history to prevent an interdimensional incursion. As the book tells of their travels and their deeds, it has kind of a it's kind of like in two parts. So the first part has kind of a happy ending where they're able to fight off the bad guys and they're able to protect their family and they're able to protect their home. Time goes on. They all get older. They continue their training, but another threat comes, and it's like the entire city that they live in turns against them. And one by one, they all start falling victim to nefarious schemes. There was a splitting of the party, and
Oh no!
That's a warning.
We don't learn.
Hate that.
one by one, they all meet some tragic ends until there is only one of them left, who takes up personal belongings of the rest of his brothers and his father and sets out on a quest for revenge.
At what point does the book reveal that these are four turtles?
That's the neat part. It doesn't.
Some details were lost in history.
Alright, fine. We go through TMT and the last Ronin. Awesome.
Yay! Of course he's in.
Let's play Find the Reference.
This is only the tip of the iceberg.
I love it.
Alright, so meanwhile, the rest of you go back to where you were led to the safe house where you met Beldra. You go to the door. If you were to approach, knock on the door, that same dwarf answers the door and sees you all standing there. He kind of scans over. There are no words needed. You can see in his eyes he recognizes you. He steps to the side and he says, "Basement."
Yeah. No.
Thank you.
Lets you in the house. Find your way down the stairs to the basement, where in that same room, Beldra and Satari are still there.
Good afternoon, friends.
They
We have
both
news.
they both kind of stand and they look at each other and they look at you and they're like, "You made it back."
Yes, your scouting party, as you may have guessed, did not make it.
We were afraid of that.
Yes, the forest itself has been corrupted with magics from the void, which has awoken both plant and animal life into disturbing new mutations, which set upon any who tread there.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it might be don't send anyone back to the woods. Maybe stay in the city.
Yeah.
It was quite terrible.
But we dealt with that, and we found the manor, Only one of this group was present there. It was the leader, however, which was a stroke of good fortune for us.
Leader.
At least the
Apparently.
leader of this place.
Yes, a higher rank than any of the previous ones we've come across so far. In any event, she wanted to see if she could turn us to join her cause, so we got her to talk as much about said cause as possible to give us a lot of good information, after which negotiations broke down and we knocked her out.
Negotiations broke down.
Yes.
After
I mean,
that, we did a very thorough search of belongings. They were very kind as to leave a number of documents enumerating both plans they were doing here in town, including the framing of our agent here, as well as other schemes that they were involved with, some of which we have run across previously, some of which are new. Said documents were collected. We also found the stash of stolen goods, the many gemstones that they had been acquiring, and some of their own goods. All of this evidence and those stolen goods were turned over to Captain Yrsa, where I made a very full and comprehensive report. She is now very much convinced that the servants of the Whisperer are the culprits that she has been dealing with. And more to the point, I may have been able to open the door to a soft alliance between the two of you, being that the agents of this Whisperer are still at large and may still cause problems for Red's Wharf. I made her aware that you had been made victims of their plots, more so than anyone else in this town, and that you would have a vested interest in keeping an eye out for any resurgence of them, and being in places and with eyes that the guards themselves do not have. It would behoove them to listen should any information be anonymously passed along to them in that regard.
She believes you. You were able to get enough evidence to convince her.
I mean, we also brought back a captive and all the letters she wrote by hand.
Wow.
It was quite damning evidence.
Wow.
Indeed.
I mean, in one of the letters, she specifically, the other person she was talking with specifically said that she planted the evidence on Satiri because she was getting caught and she had to run quickly.
The one good thing about working with law enforcement types is that if they are true to that code and that belief system, they need to follow evidence such as this and need to have the capacity to admit when they have made a mistake so that the innocent are not punished for it. Captain Yrsa is a very severe woman. That much I will not argue. But she does very firmly believe in that ideal of justice, even if she takes a heavy hand in carrying it out.
You just don't get caught by her again, and you'd probably be okay. Look,
Well, I mean,
with actual things on your person.
well, mention a soft alliance.
Remember that these people are still out there, and their efforts span continents. They operate very specifically by infiltrating other groups and then using them to their own ends, either setting them up to take the fall for their operations or to gain access to whatever knowledge or materials they possess. That's a very dangerous and tricky opponent for your standard town guard to have to prepare against. I think, and your Yrsa has told me that should I broker some sort of meeting between the two of you, she is willing to listen. Does not mean she would agree to any sort of working partnership, but I do think a mutual understanding of what the Garnet Hand does and does not condone and what they are willing to operate will at least give her assurance that should any of these more violent or sloppy crimes arrive, she's not casting blame that is undeserved. From all that you've told me and all that I have heard, the Garnet Hand is a very professional and competent organization that doesn't tend to get caught in the first place. So,
We would be a very good thieves guild if we did.
precisely. So, honestly, so long as the occasional good deed is performed for the benefit of the citizenry, and you maintain that low profile with your usual, siphoning off of goods from those who have so much they don't even miss it in the first place, and the trafficking of items which are otherwise disallowed, off that secondary market, as it were, I don't think you would really run much of a risk of coming into conflict with her again. So, that is all I brought to her attention, and all I have made her aware of is that if the Garnet Hand were to come to me with information or a desire to meet with Captain Yrsa, I would pass that along. What you would choose to do or not do with that is completely of your own prerogative. I understand that, given all the recent events, you are in a very difficult position. You have lost a lot of manpower, you've lost resources and sway, and that will take time to recover. It may be that you would much prefer to be completely invisible for the time being and not even breathe a sigh within earshot of the guard. But that will also leave you isolated should a new threat rise.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that I wouldn't appreciate the reprieve from Ursa's crusade. Perhaps working with her might not be terrible, but as I'm sure you can understand, we're a little bit leery of it.
Fair enough. I have refrained from mentioning that you specifically were the ones who provided the information that led to the capture of the cultists. I could now divulge that if you believe it would make for a better impression on the captain.
You've already done so much for us. I cannot in good conscience ask you to do any more. I think you've given us a good foothold to work with if what Yrsa says is true. I think what we'll do is perhaps trade missives at first for a little while.
It drops in the lake.
Try to feel each other out and see just how sincere she is about this. And maybe working with her and the guards aren't exactly completely out of the cards.
This is your city too. And there are those who skulk in the shadows who do not share your standards. This could be a way for you both to keep the streets safe, sane, and consensual. I don't know, am I using that correctly?
I think I understand what you're saying.
Okay, good. Well, that is your call. Again, we weren't necessarily in any sort of contract with one another, but
there was a promise made.
Oh, right. She takes out the sensor of pass without trace that she borrowed. She did say if she didn't use it, she would return it, so she does so.
Why don't you keep that?
I don't mind if I do.
Okay.
It's part of our thanks, and I did make a promise that I would reach out to a contact of ours who may be able to guide you along and maybe give you some more information that you're looking for, perhaps more than I could even really consider. So, bless you. Let me get in touch with them. Give me overnight. If you don't mind staying in the city tonight.
The struggle to subdue the defenses at the manor are such that we would be needing to rest and recover regardless.
And I'll just sit down.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, you all do look a little worse for the wear. And again, I can't express my appreciation enough for how much just above and beyond you all have gone.
Well, we hold ourselves to a particular standard as well. You can leave any messages for us at the Salty Seal. We'll be taking a rest there, and then there will be some follow-up we'll need to do with our captive. We've turned her over to the guard. I would not be surprised if there is perhaps a new execution happening in the square. That does seem to be her style, but
Well, it'd be nice to see that it's not one of us that they're attempting it on. Someone who actually deserves it.
I know that she deserves it.
You don't think so?
I think that she got caught when no one else was there. And they made her think that everything that she was seeing was different than what it actually is. When you're young and you see things that no one else can see, and you get told by someone that it's all going to be okay so long as you come with us. She did do bad things, but it's not her fault that she doesn't understand that they're bad.
You have more compassion inside yourself than this world deserves.
That's a really sad but nice thing to say.
She looks like she's gonna cry.
James is going to cry. James is...
Yuki will wrap her tail around Jade's arm, just kind of like, it'll be okay.
comfort.
Yeah. Comfort.
So, with that, I think we are at a point for pause. It remains to be seen if there will be any sort of reprisal for our strike, so yourselves wary.
Oh. Is your Thieves Guild just here in this town?
Ours is, yes, but we are aligned with a few others.
Because on one of those papers that we found, didn't they say that they were going to go infiltrate other places?
They did.
Maybe, do you have
I would
better contacts?
declare the name if I could see it.
Let me go through. Hold on. We got a copy. Hold on. Let me look.
I got that.
No, we made
Hold on, I
a
have to check my journal.
because they said they were sending someone to Tremonto
Tremonto.
and Donamar.
Donamo.
The red.
The Red Hoods.
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
Yeah, Red Hoods.
The red. You red. The Garnet Hand. That's red. I thought maybe. I didn't
Same
think
color family. Thought maybe you might be
in the color wheel of
It might be.
these guilds.
You might
be aligned together.
related.
I don't know.
Are we seriously going like Captain Yrsa?
It might be pure coincidence that our names have a similar color in them, but we are aligned under a common banner, I guess you could say, even though we operate separately.
Nothing.
If they are being targeted, then we'll want to send word out to them as well.
Do that.
Yuki will walk up. Sorry.
I'll make the arrangements. Go ahead, Yuki. Sorry.
Yuki will walk up to Satari. How are you feeling? Are you well?
She nods and she says, I've had some time to calm down, I've had some time to rest and eat, and they didn't particularly harm me, although it was, I'll admit it was a little bit scary, but I knew what I was in for when I signed up for this life.
I'm glad you've recovered. Yuki's gonna rummage in her bag and she's gonna pull out.
It's not us.
She's gonna pull out a one of the 2 packets of whistleweed she has, and she's going to hand it to Satari, and she's gonna say, "This is whistleweed. Plant this where your Thieves Guild will be hiding. Once it grows, should someone brush up against it, it will alert you to their presence. It may help keep you safe while these cultists are around."
Thank you, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Tiny's chasing her ball or something.
I think they got her sparkle ball.
Hi, honey.
She's
Slow
literally at the
down.
top of the stairs.
Didn't you hear me crying? Come on, baby.
She's
Oh, I
fine.
think it must be the BB-8 stick.
She has her BB-8. She's dragging around something. It's fine.
She's so funny. So she's gonna hand you that, and she'll give you a hug.
Oh.
She'll hug Satari.
She hugs you back.
She says, "Take care of you. Be well."
You as well. Be careful out there.
That is my plan.
Nap time.
Nap time!
So you say your goodbyes. Oh, remember.
Before we leave, you wouldn't happen to know where I can get a good set of lockpicks.
Lockpicks, not weapons. You want to get lockpicks.
I mean, these are the Thieves Guild, so.
I mean, I figure it did probably the best place to look for lockpicks. I can get weapons at this. I'll get them.
Hold on.
like.
Okay, stop right there. Naruko just pulls open her suitcase and hands you a set of thieves' tools. Because when we went to that camp, there was a set of thieves' tools, cook's tools, calligrapher tools, cartographer, like there was a bunch of tools. So here you go.
Well,
Thank you.
If you do know of others, do you have any that I could buy from
I mean, I got those from the scout party, so it kind of comes from them
Technically, is there
in a way.
You need another set of thieves' tools.
Sometimes we're not always together.
Yeah, what if this one breaks?
Beldra reaches out to her bag and just hands you another set of thieves.
Oh, thank you. Now I'll have these tools.
You're in a thieves guild. We have
Does
plenty.
everybody just
Well,
have thieves
I don't
tools
want
in
to
their
just-
pocket?
I don't want to
Extra
take yours
thieves
if you
tools
need
in their
them.
pockets?
Well,
Yeah.
this is kind of where we keep them.
What if I find somebody that needs some and I want to give them some?
You need another set?
Sure.
She gives you another set.
Now we all
It's
have
just the
thieves tools.
simple picks of metal. Like we can come up with them pretty easily. So
Can I have a set?
It's just,
Yeah.
Beldra's like the one thing we have in here.
Fucking here.
Do you see? She's just reaching behind her every time to just a massive pile. And just,
literally just saved all of their lives and almost pretty much got them an alliance with the guard. These things are the least thing.
Yay! We all have these.
Yay.
Sometimes they're like worth like 25 gold a pop. I'm just imagining. Oh, cool! I can turn the quest in multiple times. I'll just get the reward. I'll stack of 99 and sell them off and have way too much gold.
Just farming these tools.
We could.
I mean,
Anything else for Beldra or Satari before you go for that?
Yeah, we're good.
I think we could.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, no, I guess I'll return the other toolkits that they had because I mean either I return it to them or I'm just going to sell them. So just take them out of my inventory.
So, advisor set. You guys head out of the safe house, head back towards the Salty Seal. You have the rest of the day to yourselves. Is there anything you wish to do? You may do so at this time. Otherwise, if you are ready to take your long rest and move on to the next day, we will go ahead and do that.
Someone in this party still needs an amulet. Who is it? Reverend. Okay. Since we have the day, Narco's going to do some artificing off to the side. Turn a box of scrap into an amulet. You got a costly amulet.
Remind me, are those like one and done, or do they recharge?
They recharge each day.
Is my armor damaged from the heat metal?
No.
Okay.
Just uncomfortable for a moment.
For a while, it was.
It didn't even last a full 6 seconds.
When you're being scalded, it doesn't matter how long it lasts. It just happened.
Time is relative.
Would I have enough time to maybe make like another one or two of those? I've still got like a few boxes of scrap to work with. So.
I mean, at this point, it's early evening, so like, you got time.
Okay. I've been enjoying either handing these out to people or selling them for huge markup now that we've got brand recognition.
Yeah.
You got time to make stuff, and you have time to read through any of the books or journals that you've received.
There was like a group of 5 from the study that got
there was
I took those.
quite a drop.
Yeah, the written
So-
journals, I have all those.
You have plenty of time to read through this. If anybody is taking at least an hour to do so, I will give you whatever information is in any of those documents that you've received.
The answer's going to be all of them.
Yeah.
So,
I think Yuki would have, even though she has all these journals, I think she would have definitely kind of like shared them Been like, hey, found these things.
We can all go through them
Yeah.
together.
Absolutely.
Especially since Jade doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
So
She just has to rest.
Technically,
Yes!
the amulets don't require attunement.
Okay.
Is there any rule that I can't wear 4 of them at once?
I don't think so.
I'm not going to.
Before the long rest, I would like to go find daggers.
Costs like a gold.
Yeah, you can find. Yeah, you can
2
find.
gold.
You can find daggers.
How many should I get?
Yes.
All of them.
I'll carry 2 with me.
I got a 2, yes, and all of them. Excuse me.
Yes.
I would like to buy all the daggers that you have, please.
All of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna have armor made entirely of daggers.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have the most badass dress.
Fine.
We're not coming without him again, are we?
I guess that's kind of like scale mail, if you squint and don't ask questions.
Definitely has some disadvantage on stealth checks.
Just don't sneeze.
I'm gonna roll for dagger.
Can I see that?
That was a mean character. So when I first entered the campaign,
Sorry.
it was a rogue who spent all of their starting gold on daggers because he thought it was
Take 'em.
funny that they were 1 gold
Sure.
piece.
Yeah.
So he had 70 daggers,
Have
and he
They're
had sewn
for
them all
everybody,
into his
whoever
long
wants 'em.
coat and stripped them into his fedora.
I love
and
it.
like strap them to himself. I'm like, do you have any abilities that use daggers? And he's like, I got 1.
yeah.
Is it your basic like melee attack? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
I love it.
It's great.
So they are 2 gold apiece. This shop has 16 of them.
Okay, now that I've asked for that, I really don't know what I would do with 16 daggers.
Why don't you just split the difference and only get 4?
What's the difference? Would be like 8.
Well, I'll
I'll
do the
take 8.
difference of all. Okay, that works too.
happy to sell you 8 daggers.
I don't want Ren yelling at me again.
Death looks at you and judges you.
Ren specifically called me useless.
Stings, doesn't it?
Don't worry, Professor. Ren's judged you quite a few times too.
Ren hasn't necessarily been wrong. Ren is just a little not nice about it. But again, not really wrong.
Stop making stupid choices.
I love Ren so much.
Seriously.
I love him so much.
So do I.
It's having the effect, the desired effect. We now crave his approval.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true, we do.
So, daggers are procured. You guys want to start reading? If anyone wants to call out what they're reading, let me know and I'll give you what you read.
I do not have this.
So the journals are
Oh.
Kekabesh, Valorm, Dumdaral, Vaxis, and Sentinels of St. Valinor.
You took all of them.
Yeah, I fucking did.
Yeah.
If you can read all of them yourself if you want. It'll take you right up to the point where you're going to need to go to sleep to get your long rest.
Done.
Do you want to read them all by yourself, or do you want to share and like we'll each read?
Do you want me
I'll
to give just you the information, or would you like me to tell everybody?
Speech.
I mean, everybody's gonna know anyway. Like, I think if whether Yuki reads them all and tells everybody, or we all read them like individually, separately, and we're all gonna know all the information.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
So I will tell you what they all are. As you get through them, I would like you to please give me an insight check.
Oh.
me or everybody.
You.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, you know what?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You know what? With reading out loud, how about with advantage?
Okay.
Because you
Narco's
can.
just sitting next to you, like tinkering with your stuff, and just like, guys.
All right, I have a +5 to insight. We can fucking do this, guys.
Hell yeah, we can.
We can do this. Plus advantage. Fuck
I
yeah.
believe in you.
You're a monk.
Fuck yeah. No bum bullshit.
Add a 3 to your result.
Yeah. Am I rolling it now?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait now? Alright, so that was 1920, a dirty 20. That one. And yeah, so dirty 20 for the first one.
Plus
Plus 3.
Plus, yeah, that was plus 3 because I rolled an 18. No, 21. Sorry, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Well, but you also add your modifier.
Oh,
It's a plus 3 from guidance.
Yeah.
So
right. So 18.
Plus
18
5.
Plus 5.
plus your modifier.
Plus 3. Numbers are hard.
21 plus 5. 26.
26.
There you go.
Guys, I don't math. I'm a social worker.
I know!
So I will read through each of these. I'll read through each of these, and
All right, don't go too fast.
at the end, I will give you what your insight check is.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the first is you pick up the journal on Kakabash. And what is in this handwritten journal are details of how the kingdom of Kakabash had spread too far and was fallen through an act of fratricide under the subtle influence of someone named the Herald.
Thank you.
The next one about Phalorum.
Wait. Oh, you're gonna do. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm going to do all of them first, and then I'll tell you about your insight check.
Okay.
Phalorum, about this one. An orc army led by a nameless Illithid sacked the kingdom of men, elves, and dwarves. For the Reach had become too centralized and too powerful.
You said sack the kingdom of dwarves, you said?
Men, elves, and dwarves.
Men, elves, and dwarves.
What about the eagles?
I think I spotted the theme. But go on.
Thunderall. A dwarf named Dural Ironhammer seemed poised to position himself as a ruler on the continent of Uzera. A threat was placed under the city he founded to prevent his rise to power. The next journal.
Wait!
Don't write so fast, okay?
Wait! God, fuck!
She's using her
Okay,
special
go.
pen and
I'll put this.
everything.
I'll put this in this book. Also.
Allison, I was doing the exact same thing. I'm typing as quickly as you can. So we're gonna remember it all. We're gonna remember it all. I'll put it in Discord.
Maybe I should have said that first.
I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
You gotta travel that far this time.
I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
So you'll
Nice.
remember more of it when you write it,
It's
though.
fine.
The next journal, titled Vaxus.
Oh, motherfucker. Bitch keeps showing up for my characters. I did make a bitch.
Oh, say, you were recording.
I made a bitch. It's fine.
In an age of peace, the people of Palinor relied too much on magical ability for security and convenience. A simple idea placed by the Whispering Ones led Vaxus on a journey to correct this, but he ultimately failed at the hands of the Thorns of the Black Road.
Yeah, you fucking ass, bitch. What?
I do not believe it.
The Thorns of the Black Rose, and specifically a motherfucking dragon who came in and slammed into his goddamn tower.
And that was worth it?
It was all worth it.
And T-Rexes.
And T-Rex.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking dinosaurs.
Fucking dinosaurs.
Nice little spells, man.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Great equalizer.
The last one, Sentinels of St. Valinor. This one is unfinished.
Oh.
The word of St. Valinor has spread far and wide, and the clerics and paladins are becoming like an occupying army of the world. Little to no oversight.
Oh, hey, look, someone.
Look at it. Look, it's all there now. Mother bitches.
That was a good nervous laugh.
Did you hear that? That's 25 years of friendship threat right there.
I hear it.
Alright, so those are the journals.
Okay, what do I?
Your insight check,
Yeah.
you can glean, as I'm sure most of you already have out of character at this point. There's a common theme among these journals that they tell stories of someone or a faction coming into a lot of power, and that whoever was the author of these journals felt that their power was becoming to be left unchecked, and that, as you were loath to think of it, a balance needed to be enacted.
Oh fuck. Okay.
You see, that just sounds to me like, oh, if things are going great, eventually they'll stop going great at some point. That's kind of a pretty easy bet to make, historically speaking.
Sure.
I think they're kind of reading a little too much into well, they fell because they did something wrong instead of just the arc of history kind of just does that.
True.
But I went to college. I don't know if they did. So.
The inside check, I think, is more of an interpretation of the style of writing in these journals. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what you got.
Yeah, still hate them.
Still hate that bitch. Power can be checked. It doesn't need to be eliminated. That's where balance comes in. Anyway, what?
What?
Anyway, I said, what?
I think we just need a different kind of revolution. We should have the Von Grutster become the new power that has unchecked access to it.
You're on your way. We don't doubt you.
Anything else looking to discuss, read anything this evening, or do anything else?
Can you tell me a little bit about the other book I got?
Which one was that?
Plague Weaver.
Plague Weaver.
Oh. No, sorry.
You know what, Neville? The things that you have done in several campaigns have led to so many amazing things as an afterstory for my personal characters, and I'm not sorry. The world may regret, but I am not sorry.
Plague Weaver.
Yeah.
The story of a gnome coming from a happy family, left to go on an adventure of their own, to see the world and to accomplish great deeds. And while they did meet up with a group of adventurers, they adventured around, they conquered threats, but in the end, humanity let her down, and she decided to create a corner of the world that was in her interest and likeness.
Okay.
She made her home in a forest where no sane person would dare to go. But she lived happily ever after.
Surrounded by the corpses of her enemies. And some friends.
And random people.
Corpses are just friends that don't give you lip.
Yeah?
They're not corpses, they're trees.
Now they are.
It's different.
I got a book titled Tuskgutter.
Tuskgutter!
What's that about?
The story of a town called Trollhelm that was founded as a trade post in an untamed frontier that is terrorized by a large boar of a natural size and strength.
US?
Cool. Toss that into the pile.
Are these also going to be posted in the Discord?
I can.
Please? Because I am trying my best to keep up with all of this, but it is...
Did you see the fucking chicken scratch I have?
I feel like Red would like the book about the giant boar that stalked people for some reason. I'll put that into her growing library.
I Strahd, Memoirs of a Vampire. An interview-style story of a man named Strahd Bonzarovich, and how he made a deal with the Dark Power to win the woman he loved, but in the end, she would rather die than spend the rest of her life with a monster.
What's the name of the author?
Unsigned.
That means Kenneth got me.
All of these are unsigned, I should add.
I'm sleeping, but you can read my book.
What is your book?
What'd you get?
My book is where is it? Called The Whitechapel Horrors.
Whitechapel Horrors, a horror story telling of a mysterious man called Jack the Ripper, whose name was synonymous with fear among those who traveled the streets of Whitechapel at night.
Oh, shit.
All these are unsigned works of fiction.
Except for the journals. which are unsigned works of history.
History is a type of fiction sometimes, depending on who writes it.
That's true.
We do like a good story. Alright. Yeah, I think between tinkering and learning about what's in the books, Narika's kind of tired. She'll kind of retire for the evening because they didn't call us for the interrogation, so that's probably going to happen tomorrow. And once that's done, there will probably be discussions, along with meeting with this new mystery contact.
Yeah.
So.
I think before bed, I assume we're all like kind of circled up in one room while we're reading all these things, and Nariko's tinkering, and then we're splitting off to go to our rooms to sleep. Jade's going to go to Yuki. And Yuki, do you mind if we have a minute alone?
Of course, Jade. What do you need?
Can we go to your room?
Of course.
Go down this hall. We do the trot down the hall. My armor got heated up in battle, and everything still hurts a lot, and I was hoping maybe you could help that a little bit. I only have one other dress, and I don't really want to sleep in it tonight. Do you have anything I could wear?
Of course. Yuki will pull out the bathrobe that she had
Yay!
from the spa. She says, "You could try this if you'd like."
Thank you. Would you mind helping me out?
Of course. Yuki will help Jade out of her armor.
Yep. So, with the help of Yuki getting out of her, which looks like a very nice, like, flowing, like, full skirted dress, fucking heavy because it is lined in between with scale mail, like, from her grandmama who made it for her. But as Yuki helps her out of it, bless you, which is the first time Jade has ever had any bare skin that's showing more than just this part of her shoulder to anyone in the team, as it comes off, the entirety of her back has a very detailed and very complex pattern across it that, potentially. It's a secret to find water. It's to find land, actually. It's from Waterworld. It's a very detailed and intricate tattoo that's been, looks like it's been actually branded across her back as in there.
Do you want me to share the art?
Yeah, go ahead and show the art. I have art for it.
I'll put it in the Discord at first.
Yeah, put it in the Discord so everyone can see it. But in the center, about right where, slightly to the left of her spine would be, there is not a very long scar. The tattoo looks fine, perfect. Like it's there. It looks like it's been there forever. There is about an inch long scar right in the center, right off to the left where her spine would be, that looks fresh. Before she shrugs on the robe and turns around to look at you. Thank you, Yuki.
Does that feel better?
Yeah, it was a lot on at once, and it was a lot harder to get off by myself.
Of course. I'm very happy to help and happy that you trusted me.
I'm sorry I know I say sorry a lot. I'm sorry that I say sorry too much. I know it means more when you change what you're doing other than just saying sorry all the time. And I am trying. But I am also sorry that I got upset in the mansion. I thought I was helping, and it didn't help. It didn't help at all. And it just seemed to make things worse. And I know that you and Ren were upset, and Noriko seemed to be upset too, and think that maybe there wasn't another way that would have gone, and we were always going to have to fight her. And I mean, we found all those journal entries, and we know that she was doing terrible things, but I just wanted to try not to have to fight. And I'm sorry I put us in that situation before we were ready for it. And I'm sorry I got mad about it after.
If there is a way to end a situation and not fight, that is always the best solution. Your trying to do that was not a failure at all. It was a very brilliant way to de-escalate a very tense situation. And you should not be sorry for doing it. You could have saved us all getting hurt by that. That if she were not so powerful and did not, what's the word I want to use, did not evade your spell, that could have been a very easy way to solve that situation, a very safe way, and there was nothing wrong with you doing that. You are a part of this team as anyone else, and any of us could make a mistake at any moment. But it's all right, because we're here to help each other.
I'm trying.
Yes, you are.
It's not working great all the time. But I'm glad that we're here together.
I am too.
Not Iki.
Good night, Jane. She'll give you a hug.
I'll
Full
hug her.
tail, full wrap.
Hug her back, but there is a bit of a when she hugs you. Just everything is still very sensitive.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll see you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning, Jane.
Okay. I actually don't know who I'm sleeping with. I'm gonna go see who has a bed. She'll go to Narcos first. Do you have a roommate tonight?
No, I don't think I do.
Do you like? Is it a roommate situation good? Would you like a roommate situation tonight?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. Good. I'm just standing there in a robe, just carrying her clothes over the floor. Just okay.
Are you feeling okay?
Everything was still hurting.
Oh, yeah.
So Yuki let me wear her bathrobe because I only have the one other dress, and it also has scale mail inside of it, and it's also very heavy, and I didn't really want to sit in it tonight while I healed.
Okay. If you need a change of clothes, I think I have at least a couple in my luggage. We could also, because we did shopping a bit for me back in Crystal Cove, we could do some shopping for you. You could get some not potentially going to be in a fight today dresses.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. We're not always in a fight.
If things go well, we could have several days where no one is trying to hurt us.
Yeah, that'll be.
I look forward to that. I hope that happens soon.
I hope that's a good. That sounds like a great weekend. Really, it does. That's like a vacation right there. Well, no one hurt us tonight.
It was rough, but we did a good job.
We did, and nobody died, and we were able to get all the information back, and we were able to. I even take the leader of. At least one of the leaders. So hopefully we'll be well on our way to solving this problem.
Do you still want to go after these people as we go forward? It seems to be sort of our guiding direction at this point.
I didn't want to at first. But now I think that if we don't, who is going to? And we're better together than we're all by ourselves. I mean, not for nothing, but this is going to sound mean, and I don't really mean it to be mean, but
Okay.
everybody we've told about this has said that they're going to help, but not right now. Nessa said that her mages, she'll get her mages, she'll tell them about it, but she can't guarantee what they're going to do. And Fedwin said that it'll take a while to get his sentinels ready, and they're scattered over so many places that they can't really go after this. And the captain here said that if things were happening outside the city, they weren't really going to be able to help anyway. And I know they're captains of the city, not captains of the world or anything, but everyone else that we could have help us is too busy doing other things. And
They have their stakes in whatever local or their area of interest, and these are all organizations that are kind of spread out beyond easy control of any one person. So we're a small mobile team with no real ties to keep us in any one spot.
I just think if we don't follow through with this, what would happen?
We'd probably try to go live our lives and then fall victim whenever one of their schemes came to find us, like Crystal Cove.
And even if we didn't, how many other people would?
These people want to talk about balance. Well, they're the ones causing all this new terror in the world. Congratulations, now the mystic Mechanicus is what rose up to bring the counterbalance.
Yeah. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
We're doing an amazing job. Like, I don't think about it, but think about where we were 11 days ago.
I can't believe it's only been 11 days. It feels like it's been like 6 months we've been travelling together, and it's just so much has happened.
We're like those people in those storybooks where we already had something special out of each of us, but then the occasion came for us to rise up, and we did. We still are. And I'm still on my track to get to Tremonto. It's just when I step off the boat, it won't just be pleasantries with the Goldwater family. It's also going to be, by the way, Red Hoods. I need to go have a word with them. Don't ask too many questions. Why? What is my life becoming at this point? Oh my goodness.
Adventurous, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Do you still want to go after them?
They're hurting people. Not just people. They're hurting the actual world itself. This magic they're unleashing here and there. That's a problem I can't let go.
I can't let it go either. I think that says a lot about everyone, that we all had plans. We were all going to do other things. We were only going to meet for a day. And something terrible happened, and instead of running away from it all, even though some of us wanted to, we'd rather go and make sure that someone else doesn't have something terrible happen to them.
Hey, there have been some good surprises too.
Been a lot of good surprises.
She'll lean in, give Jade a kiss.
Jade will just lean into you and just give you a hug. I should probably get out of the doorway.
Yeah.
We'll go down to the doorway. Fade to black. Ow.
Special friend roommate.
Yay! Special friend roommates. That's how that works.
Obviously.
Anything for anybody else this evening?
Mine's already passed out.
Yeah, Yuki's curled up with her tail over her
Ren
nose.
passed out on top of a pile of books. Book on top of skull. Yeah.
Okay, but he's happy.
That's a rarity.
It is.
We like Happy Ren.
There was also a good point that some brought it up in the chat. Attuning, yes. So Reverie is attuning to stuff. So anyone who has any of the magical items that you've picked up, if they require attunement, you do have the ability to attune to them as well at this point. Otherwise, if there is nothing else, we can move on to morning.
Long rest.
Please.
Long rest.
Please let me long rest. I'm so
Level up.
level up, long rest.
No.
The other night when
Not
we
on
kept
this
going,
day.
I was like,
Alright.
But maybe soon.
Ooh. What spells do I want today? I need to change some things out, I think.
So, as morning comes,
What are you doing?
Oh no.
as morning comes, each of you wake up individually on your own. As you rise in bed and you stretch out for the day and you prepare your spells and get yourself ready for what comes ahead, each of you finds on a bedstand next to your bed an envelope. You may take out your envelopes and read them if you like.
Yeah. I have one too.
I'm ready. You have one too, huh?
I definitely have one too.
Yeah, I was really good. I didn't open this or anything.
I didn't either. I may have chewed on it a little bit.
I presume I read the one that has my name on it first. The second
yes.
one.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at you with your little seal. You're adorable.
Oh, that's the world.
Oh shit.
It was in my room, and if the person in my room did not give me this,
Shit.
who knows my name?
All will be revealed.
Oh, fuck.
I'm looking at his face.
Oh,
I have one. I'm reading mine right now.
And I will say, when you get up and you are ready to move ahead for the day, you will find that Beldra will be in the tavern waiting for you all.
You know what? It's good when I hear actually say that.
Yeah.
Professor, what is a Lorelei?
You don't know who Lorelei is?
Should I?
You Selma Queen. Did you get an invite too?
I believe that is what this is.
Oh, you're going to absolutely love the Feywild.
Oh.
People like you everywhere.
Ren has no idea what the Feywild is.
Big place for it too.
I've not been there myself, but I hear it's fucking wacky.
It's fucking wacky. It's fucky.
That is quite curious.
We open our
It's
little package
wacky out
too.
there.
Yes, absolutely. You can open everything.
I can't see Allie's face and the PTSD from her last venture into the Feywild. Oh, this is super fucking rad.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is badass. Hell yeah.
Ooh, strong branding.
Oh, God.
Now that one I was actually able to just find.
Right.
I'm gonna make a hair bow out of this too.
Good.
Just so you know.
Everything's being hair
All the
bows.
hair bows.
All of them.
You think I didn't immediately think of you when I found pins? You think I didn't immediately think of you when I made a pin?
Now,
I did love that too. We should talk about where that came from.
I'll send that to you.
I will ask one question.
Yeah.
Those of you who have familiars, did you leave them out over the course of the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Professor.
Oh, little.
Your
What are you doing to my bird?
nothing. Your familiars will report to you in the middle of the night that your rooms were visited by a violet fairy dragon. Left these packages for you.
Does he have a mustache?
He did have a mustache.
Yeah, he did.
Quite a glorious one, actually.
Yeah.
You get an image from Jeffrey where it's just like, you know.
The professor just looks like incredulous. Like, what do you like this? Like this? Is it like?
You get emphatic nods, yes.
And you just let him walk in here? You didn't think to wake me up or anything like that? You just let a fairy dragon walk into our premises, drop something fucky on our bedstands, and fuck off in the middle of the night? You just let him do that?
I imagine if he was a fey dragon, he did not walk.
Jeffrey shrugs.
You're lucky that I can't afford to let you disappear forever.
Right? Damn.
So Naruto and Jade both got an envelope in the morning.
Okay. Jade, I know that the Summer Queen has some ties to the orphanage that I was at for a bit.
She does?
Yes.
Oh.
So, before she became the Summer Queen, she was a patron of the
Oh.
establishment. Never really came up prior, so I can understand how maybe through that she could have gotten my name. Does not explain you.
Hold up her letter. I've never met her before.
Right. Well, she was a thorn in the Black Rose. Do you think
She was in my books.
Do you think she has an interest in the stuff that we're chasing down right now?
I mean, yesterday we found out that from all the books and journals that were in that cult's library, that Vaxis was one of the things that got put in as a problem.
So yeah.
So she I think she didn't have a great time with that.
No, probably not. That was the whole thing they fought against. So.
Yeah, maybe she knows that. And
Okay.
why now, though? Why us?
Good question, but I get the impression that we're invited and we're going to go.
It would probably be rude to not go. Where?
So we got.
Have you ever heard of this place, though?
Sail east. It's in the ocean. Aboard Leviathan.
Leviathan.
That's either a ship or a creature.
Didn't your mum mention Leviathan to the professor
Did she?
at the breakfast? She
Was
asked
that the
him-
ghost ship? Yeah, okay. That's coming back to me now. Yeah. Okay.
You can't go to a place on a ghost ship.
Well, I get the impression if we just go head in the general direction, it will probably find us.
That's not comforting.
No.
No. I
No.
don't- Do you think anyone else put a letter?
Probably. Let's go see.
Yeah. Okay.
Walk out. Is you just like
Yeah,
You just like
fluffed up. She's just tail fluffed. Her eyes are big, and she's like,
yeah. Same.
this might not be good.
It might not. But if there's anyone who would be a very useful ally to have against the cult and their dealings, I can think of worse. Also, I don't know that we would be able to avoid any engagements that she has deigned that we should attend.
Right. Right. Or not good.
The last thing we want to be to a fae is rude.
I don't think she had a great time with
unfortunately,
people being rude to her before she was a fae.
I don't know how we would either RSVP or politely decline because she did not leave a return address, and I don't know that. Newman's good. I don't know if he's that good. Also, he's on another trip right now, so I can't use him. Went to a different con. Back.
I feel like the invitation piece of this is only a formality. It is not actually.
It does say the bottom upon acceptance. It doesn't say if you accept.
Agreed.
I think
We have
Naruto's
been
right.
summoned.
I think if we don't go, we're probably going to go anyway.
More to the point, no matter where we head to once we finish our business here in Red's Wharf, because we were going to charter this boat out of here, we'll be sailing through that patch of ocean anyway.
Right.
It's really,
Wait, does that mean she's watching us?
Yuki flops up just
I
a
don't
little
really
more.
like that.
I still do not understand how someone can be a season. Is a season not just a short period of time? It makes no sense.
But all of history is kind of a short period of time.
That is also true.
the Feywild is in some ways a world of concepts. Space and time are very, very mutable there.
That is strange.
It is. It's why us natives of the material plane generally don't handle it very well when we go there.
Did I see anything while I was awake?
You awake the whole night?
I don't sleep. Or did they just, or because I was watching Naruto, did I not notice it come in?
That sounds more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
Fuck.
Well, she does that little every 4 minutes. It's great.
It's a good time. This is a great night. I'm like a braid in her hair. No, I'm gonna take it out. No, maybe she'll like it. No, maybe she will. I'm just gonna braid it. I'm gonna braid it once. It's just that was the whole night.
Just a purple dragon with a mustache creeping up behind.
Seems like appropriate. I'm gonna leave.
Just takes a few steps in, looks at the giant robot.
Oh, right. the sentry who also does not sleep and is actually physically incapable of being surprised.
True.
Knew that this was happening and was
Knew
just
it was
fine with
coming.
it.
I mean, I imagine that Arby would have been, like, up on it.
Yeah, I think
Arby also let Jade just in when Naruto was fully passed out.
Jade's cleared.
Yeah.
Jade has the friend IFF on.
Actually.
I programmed her into my friendly file.
Yes. RB is not like completely ones and zeros. RB can think for itself.
Right. How does that still equal the dragon with the mustache?
So I think it would notice dragon with mustache, and it would probably sound the alert, and it would probably wake us up. So we'd probably witness the dragon panically drop the invitations and then leave. But I don't think we could stop it, because freaking purple dragon, like, violet fairy dragons can be, like, greater invisibility if they want to.
Yeah, they do, have a trait called superior invisibility. So I think upon seeing Arby and Arby, like, getting ready to light up, it would just drop.
He's gone.
Use stealth, either to avoid detection by RB in the first place, or to just leave without us really having a chance to accost it.
Yeah.
So, the end result would be the same.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless I rolled really well in initiative and I cast Fairy Fire.
Nothing here anymore. You just left. How did that happen?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to ruin the thematics by having us attempt to beat the shit out of Sir Talavar, because I will shoot him.
No.
It'll take me at least 2 rounds to figure out what he is. And by that point, I'm firing.
Yeah, that's how we really get the fucking 17.
You think? Okay, you really think Lorelai would laugh if Talavar came back with bullet holes?
Oh, 100%.
Didn't move fast enough, did you?
Fuck happened to you? Send you on one mission. This is why you never leave the castle. That's right there.
I thought Lorelai sent him away from the castle all the time to keep him away from her.
She sends him away from the castle all the time, and he's just always there anyway. Castle constant. Fucky, isn't it? He's just always back. He's very quick.
Lorelai's just
Probably
like,
has like wards set up around the castle to cast greater illusion anytime Lorelai's there. It's just like show him like finds it all. He's ignoring me again.
She wants him to ignore her. Oh, so funny. God, that's been planned for months.
Y'all beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
been there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. So Reverie is still asleep when we all come down to gather and show off off the messages.
I am not a morning person.
Should we go get
These are
Reverie?
character constants. Reverie
Universal.
sleeps in, mine hate being blinded. Like, these are just constants.
Sounds right.
So, as you wake up in the morning, you begin to gather to show each other your invitations. As you head down to the tavern, you notice that Beldra has been sitting there, kind of waiting for you to appear. With Beldra is someone that you have not seen before. Chris, would you be so kind as to introduce your character?
Oh, yay!
Thank you for your patience.
Initially, I was like, oh fuck. It's Lorelai.
You see sitting beside her is a 7'4" Leonin. He has iron-colored fur with golden tips on his ears and tail. And he has emerald green eyes.
Ooh.
He's covered in what looks like greens and blues for armor. He has a shield strapped to his back as well as a warhammer on his side.
Nice.
Alright, now we get to learn. Does Yuki have a type?
Hey.
That's racist.
Yeah.
Cheetah style. Cheetah style. Cheetah style is the next thing we're doing.
I didn't get on a shirt.
got a lot more bulk on him. This
So you're getting a shirt for Christmas just saying cheetah style.
Amazing. Done. As Jenna makes a note right now.
You think I'm not? Look at how long I can wait.
I know.
So those of you wake up in the morning, coming down to the tavern to share your discovery, you see Beldra with this Leonin. Beldra stands and waves and says, "Mr. Mechanicus, good morning."
Good morning.
Good morning.
A new acquaintance.
Yes, I would like to introduce you all to our associate. His name is Ares. Ares, say hi to the nice people.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Hi.
Likewise. Nautical von Grutzer, Mystic Mechanicus Liaison, compatriots, Jade, Yuki, Ren,
Hello.
Professor, Reverie's asleep.
Should we go get her? I'm gonna go get.
Go get it.
Well, I'll be right back. It's not your presence is not. I'll be back. And she goes to go get her. And knock on the door. Reverie.
Show and lock.
What?
A lot of things just happened. There's a man downstairs who is a cat that we're meeting with Beldra, and also.
Opens the door.
Did you get a letter?
What?
No? Did you get a letter? Letter like this?
Looks at the floor underneath it. Like it.
It's on your nightstand? It was on our nightstand.
Oh. Should I be concerned?
Maybe. I don't know. Read it.
Read the letter. Lorelai?
Yeah, apparently it's the Summer Queen.
Don't you know her?
I don't know the Summer Queen.
Different Lorelai?
Oh, from my binder?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my grandmama's not. She's not the Summer Queen.
Okay.
I think it's just the same name.
Should we be concerned?
We're all a little bit freaked out. And also Noriko says that if we don't go, we're probably going to go anyway. Because the letters found us in the middle of the night, and we didn't know she knew who we were, and
You want to come? Well,
you're going. It has your name on it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, might as well my name on it too, instead of Noriko.
Okay.
We're all going to talk, but there's a strange man downstairs with Beldra, who's nice. He seems nice. It's not strange in a weird way. He's a nice man downstairs. Maybe we should wait to talk about that until we're not with strangers. I don't know. Come downstairs.
That's very well enunciated.
Wait. Okay, get dressed and close.
Don't forget your daggers.
She comes out like 2 minutes.
Yeah, bring your daggers.
Bring your daggers.
Bring your daggers.
All 8 of them. Did you count them?
I have 9.
You've 9 now? Oh, because your first one.
Mhm.
They're all there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like 5 of them are in my bag because it's just awkward.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's why I only have 2. Okay, we're going to go downstairs and we'll talk to David later. Come back downstairs. I got her. She's awake now.
Just looks up at this massive Leon.
That's only friend. I forgot your name. I'm so sorry.
My name is Ares.
Ares. Okay. Ares. I was going to call him Air.
Pleasure.
I've brought you all here with Ares today, Beldra starts speaking. Because a little bird told me, or, well, maybe not a bird, but a flying creature, told me that you are going to be in need of a ship. And I happen to have one prepared for you at the dock.
Is this letter from you?
Did you like that?
I did not write that, no.
Was it a dragon with
Do you know about it?
It was a dragon with a mustache. Do I know about it? Yes, but not until it had already been delivered. Which is why I really scrambled this morning to make sure that the preparations were in place for what you would need, because God's help me if they weren't.
Is that your contact?
Neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, so that's a yes. I think that's a yes. If you say nothing, it's a yes, I think. That's how that works.
Yuki's
For
tail.
most situations. No, that's a bad... we're not going to... No, that's a bad way to go about that.
He's so fluffy.
At any rate, I can promise you that Ares is on our side. He has worked with us in the past. He is who I am arranging to send to Donimar to send word to the Red Hoods about what has occurred here and what may be happening across the sea. So, the same ship that will be taking you will also be taking Ares as well.
Did you get a letter also?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so we're just...
Cool. So he's not invited.
I'm not invited.
We'll need to keep that in mind for later.
I feel like it is rude to say it that way.
Well, there's...
When it comes to the Fae, it's helpful to not leave any ambiguity in your statements.
Even though that there was no specific invitation for Ares, he is part of our guild. As such, the person that you are meeting is not just the Queen of Summer, she is also the Queen of Pirates, the Queen of Thieves. So, she already pretty much falls under her protection.
Which is it, pirate or thief?
For Ares.
Narco directs to Ares.
Bounty hunter.
Mercenary. Close enough.
Gray area.
So
okay.
full?
So a little bit then. Okay. I'm a little less freaked out now that we know that it was because Beldra sent word. Did you tell her our names?
No.
Oh, okay, so back to freaked out then. That's good. Is the
It like calms down and then just her tail just fluffs up again.
is the professor with us, or is he still writing upstairs?
Oh, yeah.
in his dorm? Okay, he is.
No, he's down now.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Okay. This ship, where is it? What destination is it chartered for?
So, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the East Docks. That's where you're going to meet the ship. The name of the ship is called the Busty Beluga.
I can't even stand it.
What?
Listen, I didn't make the name of the ship.
Was it random? Please tell me it was random. Alright.
Fish.
Busty Beluga.
But that was Beldra. I didn't make the name of the ship. Listen, you're going to have to talk to the captain. You're going to love this. You're going to have to talk to the captain. His name is Devin Poutine.
When these
Poutine!
Did we lose Mars?
Mars, where'd you go?
He's muted. He might have had to deal with something.
Oh
I'm going to put in roll 20.
my god, I
ship
can't.
is the Busty Beluga. Captain's name,
Welcome back!
Devin.
I could hear you. I had to go get things.
Did you hear the name of the ship?
Itty bitty chip. Yes. Amazing. You named your ship after my mom.
I've never met a woman named Beluga before.
The destination of this ship is going to be. Shit. What was it?
I don't know, wherever you're supposed to go.
Hold, please. The ship is scheduled to make way directly to Donamar. It will head to the northeast of here. Once it reaches the continent of Avril, it will go north through the Silver Crest Sea, up past Southwatch, and north directly to the docks of Donamar. Now, I understand that you have another destination.
We're supposed to get to Leviathan?
Well, with Lorelei involved, I'm sure Leviathan will find you.
That's just less
Yeah.
reassuring.
What is Leviathan?
Truth be told, I'm not totally sure. I've never been there, seen it myself. I just know the rumors that have been told, that I know that it is under the purveyance of the Queen of Pirates.
Oh.
So be prepared for anything, essentially.
I guess.
Okay. And this ship, when does it cast off?
Whenever you arrive. It is waiting just for you.
Okay, the way you say that is really concerning.
It's a chartered ship. It happens all the time.
You said it with a tone that made it seem like, you're gonna. It was just a tone. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean that.
It's okay. I'm also very anxious as a person, just in general.
I can tell.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Reverie?
I don't know.
Okay. Good. Good then.
Well, we need to check in with the captain before we leave from this port, regardless. We have a little bit of time.
The angry captain, not the sea captain, correct?
Yes.
We do not know that the sea captain is angry.
Very well. So, Mr. Ares, just going forward, would you care? You mentioned you're a bounty hunter. What does your skill set largely consist of?
Just gonna meddle with things and hit them. And maybe shackle them up.
Hi.
So you're the muscle.
You're all very tall.
I guess I'm a little more. I'm an average for a Leonin, but yes.
Yeah. That's gonna probably be good. I think, maybe.
Well, you are traveling with us. You are subcontractor under the Missive Mechanicus brand, so it's out one of those things that you made overnight. You get a clockwork amulet.
It is branding.
Moreover, it also has a little bit of magic to help you out in a pinch.
I would like to start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
Do any of you guys speak giant?
Probably not.
No. I'll speak Draconic, Anomish, and Infernal.
I'll say there are two sets of runes on. There's a set of runes on my shield and a hammer, but if you guys don't speak giant.
Give Narco a minute.
Also, yes.
Narco does not speak giant.
Give the professor a minute, because he has comprehend language.
Yeah, he's curious enough to actually want to know what that says. So he ritual casts comprehend languages just to read it.
On his shield, it's in Giants called it. It's carved in Giants called Hill. It's Hill and Giant, and on the Warhammer, engraved runes are carved out in fire. Those are what the two runes say.
Curious. Do you use these runes in battle? I've heard of warriors who use similar techniques to incredible things.
Yes, I can imbue myself with them, or which you'll see what the fire does. They do help.
Oh, really?
Me a bit, yes.
Well, I mean, as much as I don't hope for combat, it's not exactly my favorite thing in the world. I do look forward to seeing your capabilities because, frankly, that's fascinating as hell.
Thank you.
Detect magic, reverie. Aside from the magical items that your companions are carrying with them, the pins that you were given. I know detect magic doesn't specifically do this, but you can infer that it is fey in nature. They give off enchantment and abjuration.
Does the letter or the envelope contain any magic?
No.
Do you want to?
Said, how the fuck do they know my name?
Do you want to tip off Narco that the pins have magic on them?
Yes. Does our new friend have any magic?
Ooh.
What was the magic from the abjuration?
Abjuration and enchantment.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Your new friend, you detect, has some magical items on their person.
Narco wants to cast Identify on her new pin.
These are all magic.
So there are no particular spells really that are kind of imbued in these pins, but the type of magic that it gives off, the reason why it is doing so is, well, I mean, they were created in the Feywild. They are pins marking you under the protection of the Summer Queen. The type of magic that these things do give off is that the enchantment is for... the effect of it is basically you're going to have advantage on persuasion rolls while dealing with Fey.
That's not a bad deal.
Already hate it.
Just don't say thank you. It's fine.
The abjuration will basically give you some kind of protective, magical protection in case you are attacked among the people that Lorelei has promised you would be protected from.
Add that to my inventory.
So more of like a shielding thing or like a warding kind of effect.
Advantage on persuasion and saving throws, almost like a protection from evil and good kind of.
Yeah.
So that
Actually, yeah. Yeah, that's a spell that works. Yep, sure. Wow. Didn't even think about that. Yep, that's pretty good.
Right now.
No, I found an item to throw into my list, and I'm adding notes next to it so I know what it does. If I had my laptop, I could absolutely go in and make a homebrew item that granted that stuff, but
Sure.
Later.
So Beldra says, yeah, so it's the East Docks. You're going to look for Captain Devin Poutine aboard the Busty Beluga. And he will take off whenever you arrive and are ready.
Jade.
Yeah?
This is a black rose. Do you think this has anything to do with the thorns of the black rose?
If it's the same Lorelei from it, then she was the leader of the Black Rose.
Wasn't that her ship?
She was the captain of that ship.
Right.
And then I think they kind of went with the theme of that, and they all became the thorns of the Black Rose when they were on land.
Gotcha. Thought I read that somewhere.
That was in Volume 1. And then Volume 2. Actually, it was in Volume 2 when they named themselves, because in the first one they didn't really have a name. They were just kind of hanging around and doing other things. So it was in Volume 2 that they got the name. And but I don't really have anything on what happened to everyone after. I did have for a minute I did have a book from the Bard for a minute, but it disappeared pretty quick. So I only got into like 3 or 4 chapters before it went away.
Ray clutches his books tighter.
Good. Well, seems that our next course has more or less been decided for us. So, before heading out that way, I'm going to go touch base with the captain about our captive that we're leaving behind. Is there anyone who wishes to join me for that?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I'm sure she will further irritate me, but I will also accompany you.
I would like to hear what she has to say about balance. I will come.
Oh, I'm going to be there as well.
No, I think I need to have a discussion with Alatar. And Jade, do you have any of those books on you by chance?
The books? What books?
The ones about the black rose.
Oh, yeah, I'll have one. Where did bag? It's in this bag. And she'll open up her bag and she'll take out Volume 2 and hand it over.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to ask Alatar what he knows.
You might know something.
You might.
Beldra will kind of listen in on what you guys are planning to do, and she says, if it's all the same to you, I don't really feel ready to face Captain Yrsa yet, so I'm going to get out of here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That makes sense.
But we're gonna start trying to correspond with her today, so we'll see where that goes.
That's great.
That's what.
Thank you for everything.
She says, "No, thank you."
I think thank you anyway. I don't. She waves her little envelope. I'm a little intimidated.
Yeah,
See,
you
that's
probably
not
should
the face that makes me feel better.
Aries.
Thank you, thank you, Beldra.
We are going to conduct some business with Captain Yrsa of the Guard. I know that you are loosely affiliated with the Garnet Hand and other operations. I don't know if you feel more comfortable.
I have no problem doing what?
Okay. You're probably going to be a little lost on all the details of what we're concerned about. Don't worry about it.
I will pay no mind, don't worry. Not my monkey, not my circus.
You have a monkey?
Very careful to speak.
Oh.
She takes things very literally.
Does she? No, I don't actually have a monkey.
Oh,
Turn
okay.
up. It's phrase.
Oh, okay. Oh, Reverie has an owl.
To the guard post.
Professor has a Jeffrey. He's
Jeffrey.
he's that. And she's gonna point down. Is Jeffrey still out?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just so Jeffrey just behind the professor's legs.
That's a Jeffrey.
He has the hat and the button.
He does have the hat and the button.
Yeah, he's a little guy. He actually he can fly. He's got like a much faster flight speed, but he toddles along on little pencil legs for some God knows reason.
Because reasons.
Because it's more fun that way.
Did anyone give him strawberries yet?
Everybody's asking the hard question. You guys strategize what you would like to do. I'm going to take a small break to use the restroom.
Okay. Plot against him, quickly.
I can do both.
So he seems kind of top heavy. I think it would go for the shins.
You know, if I hip check him in just the right way, he will go down.
Wow.
Poor Joe.
All my power is in my hips.
Got brutal
Yeah.
shock.
You just fish hook him and take him right down. It's fine.
You're talking from experience.
Yes. Yes.
So, do we want to talk about everything in front of the new stranger friend?
I don't really see the harm. It's better if he knows what to be expecting if our various enemies do find us again.
Do you mean the cult and the void magic?
Yes.
Yeah, they, and just, well, Norika told me something earlier this morning.
I did?
That you weren't surprised she knew your name.
Oh,
I don't know
Well-
if that's relevant.
it's not a big thing. I do know that Lorelei of the Black Rose fame was a patron of the orphanage in Dumdaral, where I was briefly at for a time.
Oh.
Nice of her.
So, saying Lorelei becoming Summer Queen, that is potentially an avenue through which she could have known of my name, but that was before I knew that everyone got invitations and that Beldra had specifically organized that.
So, if Beldra contacted Lorelei, should we be saying her name?
I think it is too late now.
We're not.
Lorelei.
She shows up behind you. How do you think you summoned a fairy queen?
That's right.
I think we're past that point in the sense that we clearly already have her eye on us.
That's true.
So
I think
Tail
the
starts
most
to flop out.
concerning bit is that
You were doing somebody.
if Beldra was right
You were
and
doing
Beldra didn't give her our names, then how did she get our names? Especially, I mean, not for nothing. Noriko, maybe. Yuki, probably. The professor's known.
She is
Well, what about the other three of us?
a fairy.
Let's not forget that we've had dealings with the Lord Captain Emeritus. He was a Blackthorn as well.
Oh, do you think that they're still
Thorn of the
talking?
Black Rose. It's entirely possible.
Oh, maybe he mentioned it. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better then.
I mean, there are scrying magics that aren't even near the highest circles that can give you answers to questions such as this divination.
Can they just know things?
They can actually.
Oh.
They can also.
Sometimes it's
Anxiety.
anxiety.
The flux, the calming down starts
It's
to
partly
flip up
due to
again.
their nature as beings who live in a realm formed by thoughts.
How does he just pop out like
If
it's like,
it is within their purview to be aware of information, they can just have it through no real need to expend energy for it.
That is quite curious.
So glad.
It goes the other direction, though. They can be pushed and pulled to perform certain actions regardless of their own thoughts on the matter. They
Perhaps
are,
it's less beneficial.
yes, they are. It's a very chaotic arrangement.
What are their thoughts about balance?
That's a funny idea.
But if it's anything like back home, it's pretty.
Let's
They take a big. They try really hard to
I have
keep it.
allergy medication. Means
I took some.
oh gosh.
This is the mild
it's our Pokemon sneeze. It's good.
There's not even a pine tree here. What's happening, Fern?
version. Remember that?
You alright?
Yeah, no, it's just different cats.
Okay.
I'm used to the cats in my house. These are new cats, new allergies. I'm just gonna sneeze all day.
Okay.
I took my Claritin before I left the house, but my body does not care.
That's my life.
Oh.
We've tried to vacuum and mop as best as possible.
Used to have that when I lived with my huskies and stuff. They just went everywhere.
Oh god,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were husky shepherds.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I've just made my peace and gonna be doing that all day.
Well. What you got, Ben?
Little wire tie.
Jenna, I love the drafting table. That's
I
beautiful.
found it in my pocket. I forgot to put it there.
Thank you. That was a present from Joe.
Yeah, excellent taste. Damn, that's fabulous.
Oh, the little drafting tables.
Absolutely love it. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm 500% listening. It's just if I don't do something, I'm the ADD that's worse than I don't actually listen.
All good.
You're fine. Yeah. You've been throwing in, babe. I think we know.
It's just how I function.
Oh.
Function weird.
Devin Poutine. Devin Poutine.
Yeah, man,
Are you gonna call him Devin Gross Fries?
Yeah. Gross soggy, Devin Soggy Fries is what it's gonna be.
So that was
Sadness.
in one of the DM's guidebooks, like one of those like random name creators. And I was like, oh, you can roll on a table, and then I saw poutine, and I'm like, oh, I'm using that. I don't care what the fuck I roll.
Yeah, that's fair.
So as most of our party heads towards the Harbor Watch Tower to speak with Captain Yrsa once more, Alatar responds to Reverie, asking the question, what can you tell me about Lorelei, the queen of summer pirates and thieves? And Alatar responds simply with one word, sadness.
Reverie says out loud, what the hell does that mean?
You know, the last time we visited the Summer Queen, we kind of ganked her, right?
Yeah.
Are we going to go kill Lorelei?
I would love to see you try.
I'm down for it. TDK, let's go.
All right. What
I mean,
character do I want
we're
to
level 3. What could go wrong?
You're level 3 and I got power word kill. Let's go for it.
Now you see, we will defeat her through roll.
No, we won't.
Well,
You can certainly try.
all we gotta do is offer some other schmuck to take the job from. Go for that.
Actually. Depends how much she likes it.
It's been 25 years, bitches.
Yeah, hasn't been enough yet.
You're about to find out.
Probably.
How's that sanity holding on?
You're about to find out.
That's Allie, not Yuki. Fuck.
So, Reverie can continue to speak Alatar. I will respond as
Yell at Alatar.
desired. The rest of you head back towards Harbor Watch Tower. You kind of have a standing reputation with regards to this point. They let you in, they let you up.
Like 2 days.
They bring you back to
they
see Captain Yrsa.
Bitches.
Morning.
She kind of nods and she says, I wish it were.
What happened?
I assume you're here to check back on the prisoner.
That was
Yes.
our aspiration.
She woke up in the middle of the night, and before we were able to tell that she was fully awake, the guards found her convulsing on the floor of her cell. When they were able to get in and get to her, they found that her jaw had melted off of her face.
Oh.
No! We
How did we forget to look in her mouth?
Son of a fuck.
God damn it!
You're still using that? Oh, yeah.
It's such a good thing because we all forgot about it.
No one acid teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a suicide tooth.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, just like Captain. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then because it's acid and it melts their
melts their-
jaw,
So they can't speak.
no speak to dead.
Narco's visibly furious with herself for not remembering that
Ah!
and taking precautions.
No!
God, fuck.
No.
She says, we did not get a chance to question her. But
But some good news, we got
Oh,
bagels.
please, silver lining this. Go.
it is pretty damning evidence against whoever it is you're going after, which means that I am definitely more inclined to follow your word about the involvement, or perhaps none, of the Garnet Hand here.
Happy to hear that.
So, I wish I had better news for you.
Jade looks like she's about to start crying.
Yuki's like about to fucking walk out.
That was an oversight on our part.
To be fair, it had been a while since we had dealt with them in person. But no, I agree. I'm very.
Like a solid almost 2 weeks.
I know.
Not helpful, Mars. Not helpful.
You know what?
I'm not even that.
If we're also going to be honest, it's very likely she was not going to volunteer anything further. She was in a talking mood. I'm kind of hoping that this, she might rant a little bit about her motives, let slip something extra. Very well. Well, Yrsa, leave the protection of the city in your hands. I think that you can probably expect to receive some correspondence from Garnet Hand before long. Take it, evaluate it, deal with it as you see fit. But
Is the corpse still there?
I mean, it's in a morgue, but sure.
Would you mind if I take a look at the cell that she was in?
The cell? Why would you be
Yes.
interested in the cell?
I want to take a reading.
The magic she used, is, like we said before, was very dangerous and has a lot of lingering effects. The professor might be able to see if anything's still there.
Maybe persuasion roll with advantage.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, alright, we'll use this one. Oh, okay, it's a 19. And an 8. So
Alright.
so persuasion is...
And 4 for guidance.
Yay!
Yeah.
26.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Captain Yrsa kind of shakes her head and she says, well, I suppose it is in the interest of safety and security, so please follow me. And she will lead you to the holding cell where Rokhamira was kept.
Ren's gonna go with his science buddy to make sure his science buddy doesn't do anything incredibly stupid.
Like you're going to stop me if I did.
Because
He's gonna go in and just kind of kneel down on the floor and look around. Is there any indication, like is there, like blood or any like goopy ichor hanging around on the cell floor or anything like that?
You can kind of tell where there are remnants of where the acid kind of melted through her flesh and bone, but there's no like biological remains left.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this checks out. I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Just specifically looking for the level of ambient void magic in this cell.
There. So as you ritual cast detect magic, you kind of reach out with your senses in this area. Jeffrey almost kind of gives you like some kind of help in investigating as well. What you get is that there is some like residual like void magic, but you have enough knowledge of it now to know that the level of what is left is not really enough to be effective on anything.
There's no way that she could have cast anything in here, but there is residual void magic, which leads me to believe that she must have been steeping in it.
Seems logical.
I mean,
Wasn't the
It was the tooth inside of a jaw.
wasn't the last time that we came across this where they were using this sort of acid tell no lies device? Didn't you detect some sort of void origin from that as well? That previous time?
Yes, but knowing what I know now, I'm more likely to believe that that was a result of the echo fleeing. There was a rift.
The traveling spell.
Mhm.
It's possible that both could be powered by void magic.
It is possible.
Because Ren, you examined the poison and the acid they were making use of, and you had determined that it was from
Not of our world.
precisely.
Totally forgot about that.
Not of our
Right.
world, but not necessarily the void either.
But that means they could have traveled through the void, secured it somewhere, and then returned through the void.
Maybe.
Well,
Or someone did and gave them to him, anyway.
Quite possible.
At the very least, it's not leaving enough residue behind to be a threat of the stones rising up and bludgeoning people. Or
Let us not give them ideas.
is this residual void just kind of hanging out, or is it emanating from what little remnants from the dissolving of her body parts there? Like, is it specifically from the acid, or is it just sort of like ambiently in the air?
It's just kind of ambient.
Ambient.
Mm.
It's not originating from the leftovers. He kind of screws up his face, and he just like stands up and he's like,
Not leftovers. It's not
so
bad meat.
that is
Yeah.
interesting data. That the caster is impacting the world around them with the void without meaning to, a passive effect, if you will.
Ren gives
Me.
the professor a very hard stare.
Don't look at me like that. You may not have eyes, but I can see right through the back of your skull.
Yes, they are infecting the world around them with the void magic that has infested them. He says, getting closer and closer as he talks, and staring at the
Hey.
professor.
You very unsettling. You know, there is a method and a reason to all this, and I understand that there is impacts, and this is why I'm not consistently always using only this magic. Unfortunately, it's a means to an end. The only way we're going to learn the intrinsic intricacies and inner workings of this, so that way we can protect ourselves from it, is to understand how it's done, and we're going to learn that. Obviously not by talking to the cultists, because we're either going to fuck them up or they're going to fuck themselves up, so I have to figure it out myself.
That too thing is an issue.
He kind of dusts off his pant legs and nods back towards the door like, I'm done here.
Captain Yrsa looks at you, Professor, and she says, "So are we in danger? Are we in trouble with what happened here?"
You have cultists of a progenitor god that commands a power you don't understand, that's ruining the world around you. Of course you're in danger.
I think she means specifically in this cell.
In this cell right now. No, I don't think so.
It's a general danger.
I mean, you're not going to... I don't think you're going to, like, grow a second head from breathing in the fumes of residual void energy of someone who kicked the bucket last night.
No, that would be
Does
something
he rant
interesting to
on
study.
around like this?
He's very passionate.
Rambling on! This is...
He's very passionate about learning.
Reckless.
That too.
Knowledge is power, and in a world where we're constantly struggling for power and balance, knowledge is the best weapon we could use.
Professor's been a lot less reckless with his magic. He took Ren with him when he was trying to test stuff out.
I asked if he wanted to come.
I was saying you did a good thing.
Yeah, Ren, I did a good thing. You did a good thing too, Ren. We did a good thing together. We're best friends forever, Ren and the Professor. You may look at me through those eyes at odd eyes, and I can see the back of your skull, but I can see that it is a look of friendship.
You keep trying to prove that to yourself, Professor. For the moment, can we carry on? We have other tasks for today.
Yes, of course. All aboard USS Friendship. Let's go. And he walks out of the room.
I can't tell if he's really upset or if he's just trying to not be upset.
I think a little bit of both. But we should go.
Yeah.
This may be our last stop in town for a good while. Is anyone... Clothes for Jade.
I think I'll need some not metal clothes.
Let's take care of that.
I would like an additional dagger, just so I have extra.
Reverie has
I
9.
need breakfast.
There it is.
And breakfast.
We're still paid up at the Salty Seal. You can drop by, let Reverie know that we'll be heading towards the ship soon, and however much breakfast you can scarf in the meanwhile, which I know to be maybe not enough, but quite a lot.
Ren, I'm going to need to borrow something from you. You can take something of mine if you like as collateral.
Excuse me.
I want to use your bag to bring extra breakfast. If it makes you feel any better, if I miss some, it's probably going to grow mushrooms in there. You like that, right?
Ren will take off his bag of holding, hold it out to the professor, and say very firmly, "Do not get any butter on my books."
He takes it, smiles. He holds up a hand for a high five.
No.
No.
He will lean down towards Ren's hand and high five it anyways, and then trot off towards the inn to get breakfast and Reverie.
The market.
Marcus.
Maybe we should also try to get a third bag to hold breakfast for the professor, so that we don't get butter on things.
Oh dear, I need a breakfast pocket!
You want to get your breakfast, go!
The luggage with extra-dimensional capabilities for storage tend to be both rare and expensive. We have 2. If we need more than that, I am a bit concerned.
Do they keep things separate inside?
No.
So maybe we don't put things in with the very precious books.
You guys are going to have to learn out.
Well,
Ren's going to be
I could learn a spell that would unbutter your books. That's not a phrase I thought I'd be saying.
Well, butter my books and call me a bitch.
Nathalie, you just gotta try this butter. You don't even understand how good this butter is. But butter on your books, you don't even know how good you're gonna read it.
I may need more than one additional dagger.
Well, I got to get at least one more dress because I only have the 2, and the last one got really, really hot, and I don't really want to wear that one right now.
You don't want to do that again. Let's just go.
I'm better today.
I'm glad.
Oh, Aries. I got burned because a little fire
Muppet.
sprite muppet cast a spell on me, and it heated up all my armor. But my armor is my clothes, and I got burned pretty badly yesterday. So that's what it is.
So it's 2 gold pieces for a set of standard clothes.
You buy a dagger with that.
I would have had to. I also have no money. Just pop into a shop real quick and just get some clothes. Does anyone else need anything? Should we get more healing potions or anything like that?
Very likely. I've seen how we fight.
We did kind of well. The last one.
I just give you a stare. He knows how much healing you have to use.
She is very well aware of how much healing you have. Doesn't mean we did poorly. Just not as great as we could have.
There it is.
I can. Right now, our collective treasury for the venture is up to about 1,000.
It's a lot of daggers.
Yeah.
You'll find in this town that there's a weaponsmith, there's an armory, and there is an item shop that does have things like potions.
So, let's stock up on some potions for vitality.
I didn't bring that up just because I wanted to pass these out at all. Who wants a potion?
How much are healing?
I'll take one.
What kind of potion? Well, I should ask what kind of potions there are in what quantity.
Let's see.
What do I have?
I already have one in my inventory.
I think I already have one name.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, Naruto has her basic healing potion still. In her
I think mine's greater.
You have one greater healing?
So let me look. Let me just make sure.
You're adorable, John.
Because I think that's
These were so cute.
You are so cute.
And it tells you how many dice, so it's like 4d4 plus 4 on it. So
Yeah, I have greater.
You have a greater one.
Yeah, because we picked up like a case of the small one, and then we got like one greater because Yuki keeps getting her shit knocked.
Yeah.
Because Yuki keeps going in first because she's the fastest, and if shit goes down, she's the only one who can get away.
Yeah.
Which is what she has done twice to like get their attacks off and then like get fucked up. But it saved our asses so much.
Is it more thematically appropriate to say she got her fuck clean?
Yes.
Yes.
Rating.
We're very good.
Yeah, eventually, Neville and I were talking, eventually we should try to find some sort of, I don't know, armor or something.
Oh, hell
So we
yeah.
don't get fucking wrecked all the time.
What would
But
be good for would be placement
Mm.
that pairs with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like if we can accrue enough cash onto Naruto specifically, I'll make things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'll make
will.
things for people.
She's already making things for people.
Mm-hmm.
Also true.
So I'll tell you what is available. This shop has available 7 standard potions of healing that are 50 gold apiece. Has 5 potions of greater healing, which are available at 150 apiece. There are also some other curious potions in here as well.
Uh-oh. Ren's about to get some fun.
Oh, damn.
There is something called a...
Welcome to my house, Grant.
something called a potion of speed. This place has 2 available that are 400 gold apiece.
That's you.
That's haste.
Potion of speed, the thing Brother Edward used to break the game.
That's fine.
Don't worry. Naruto's gonna break this thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Honestly, with the potions, it was a lot easier than.
And there are 2 potions of invisibility that are available for 180 gold apiece. That's what you find in this potion shop.
I was going to take the 2 greater healing for 150 each for 300.
Okay. We'll get 2 potions of greater healing.
Oh, I bought these. We're using them.
That's fine.
For reference, those bracers for the unarmored defense.
Yeah.
The base cost of those is like 6,000.
Yeah.
Like if Joe allows me to get the like crafter's discount on there, that's still like 3,000 I would need to make those.
Mm.
So wait up.
We're only level
Well,
3.
Yeah, it's fine. And somebody else
We'll
also
find them.
told us to write down a wish list of things. So
And if anyone has those like minor magic items that we picked up along the way, and they feel that it's more worthwhile to cash those in for resale value, that can potentially improve things. So
Yeah.
it's always worth keeping in mind.
Potion of healing greater, correct?
Correct.
I love Alatar.
So Naruko personally is comfortable with the amount of gear that she has. She will take requests from other people if they want to grab any of these items on offer.
I think Jade will take another just regular healing potion.
Okay.
And she's gonna get a set of clothes that are not just the dress that she's wearing.
Just a single set of clothes?
She will go with what Naruko suggests.
Naruko thinks this blouse is pretty cute.
Oh, okay.
Jade can get one outfit that she picks up for herself, and Naruko helps pick her out an outfit that she thinks Jade looks cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll do that together.
that is really cute.
Okay, I have one regular potion of healing. I have 2 sets of clothes. Any other requests?
I think I'm good.
My supplies are sufficient.
Is there anything else that anyone needs outside of? I don't think rations are fine. And
Yeah, everything Naruko would like to get right now is prohibitively expensive.
I still wants to pick up 2 daggers, if there's any left.
Well, there are only 8, so.
Excellent.
8 left.
There are 8 left.
Alright, so Ren will pick up 2, that's 4 gold.
Yep.
Done.
I now have 3 sets of clothes.
Excellent.
Nice.
I'd maybe splurge on the potion of invisibility, but we don't stealth.
No.
We're not.
No.
I actively have disadvantage.
Yeah. It's alright.
I think with RB, we don't stealth.
Does Arby want a dress?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We can get him a little skirt or a little hat. Hat. Be adorable. Right. Little
With the bow.
Can Arby wear armor? I don't think so.
Shit.
Arby is armor.
A little bit.
Oh god.
Yeah. Potion of speed, amazing. Also, a lot of gold.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Because we're poor.
Yeah.
Man, I play D&D to get away from my real world problems. Come on!
Yeah.
So seems like we're generally holding on to cash for now. Probably once we're done with sea and possibly Fae adventures, and we're in the next town, maybe we'll check back in.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Were we all meeting back up?
Meeting back up, basically at the docks.
Yeah. Is the professor with us or off on his own?
We're gonna have to get food.
He got breakfast and then recouped with reverie, and then would head to the docks after that.
What Neville said.
Excellent. So, with the shopping completed, you all convene back together and make your way to the docks. There are several docks that are, several ships that are docked here today. All their names are mostly prominently displayed across the aft of the ship. And you go and find this large sailing ship. It is quite a few stories tall above the dock. You can tell from a glance that it is armed with several ballista on both sides. Sailing ship by the name of the Busty Beluga.
Naruko raises an eyebrow. She doesn't say it out loud, but she thinks to herself, ballistas, quaint.
Yeah.
Yuki will kind of sigh, but walk up to the ship.
What's a beluga?
You're right, Naruko is correct. She's always correct.
That's a nat 20.
Beluga is a type of whale, I believe.
Oh, what's a whale?
It's a really big, huge fish that lives in the ocean.
Oh! Wait. Do you think we'll see whales?
Maybe.
It will be exciting.
I read Moby Dick for like the first time not too long ago. I immediately just flash back to this author talking shit about, well, whales are actually fish. They're not mammals, and I'll explain why.
This was the best description to give to Jay. She has no idea what most things are. Unless it's been in a book she's read, she doesn't know what it is.
You know what the worst part about that book is? They left out the cannibalism. The real life adventure that was cannibalism.
Shame.
Who switched back to cannibalism?
Look,
Yeah.
don't be stranded on a boat with us and it won't be a problem. Look, you don't have to be the fastest one. You just have to be
Not be the
quicker
slowest.
than somebody else.
Are you paying? No.
On that note, I would like to know, with these pins that you received, have you immediately decided to start wearing them, or are you just pocketing them for now?
Red's an idiot, and it's shiny. Of course he's wearing it. It just feels natural for him to wear a pin for some reason. He's not sure why, but it feels very
Feels
normal
right.
for him.
Red's wearing the pin?
I think Jade is probably wearing hers.
Okay.
Unless, well, is Narco wearing hers?
Naruko will wear hers.
Yeah.
She's not going to have it like displayed real prominently up in front, but it is going to be on her person. Because there's big bullshit going on. She wants every protective measure she can.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yuki will wear hers.
Okay.
The only person not wearing it is Reverie.
Upon getting back to the ship and seeing literally everybody else wearing it.
Peer pressure!
Yeah, one of us.
Are we sure that's a good idea?
No.
Nope.
But it seems like a worse idea to not wear the gift.
You know what? Alatar said the same thing about not going.
Ah, so we have bad choices and worse choices. Excellent. They're direct.
I mean, in all the stories,
What if we just say we'll visit later?
how?
They will wait for the moment and then say it is later.
That's true, actually. Who's later? Isn't the Feywild one of the places that time moves differently?
Yes.
Are you okay,
I
Reverie?
smell a time skip.
Can we go back to Red's Wharf a year and a day later?
Yeah.
About those gems.
They got picked up.
This is, like, all but one were picked up later. It's like,
Do you know how much I had to bullshit to go through this? Oh,
Oh, when we make bad decisions, I guess we should make them together. And
that's what friendship's all about, right? Right.
Making bad choices together. You are correct. We are the best of friends.
Is Professor wearing his pin? Professor's not.
He's not. He's got it like readily handy, but it's not on his person. Like,
Yeah.
it's not pinned on.
Does anything happen when we put the pins on?
Nope.
I don't like how quickly he said that.
Charisma saving throw.
There was a tone there. Don't worry, saving throws come later.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's that?
No one knows.
So you make your way over to the docks. You find the busty beluga. As you approach, you see back on the quarterdeck, there is kind of hanging over the rail. You see a halfling male. He's got like that tricorn kind of hat, big ass feather stuck in it. He's got vests, the white frilly shirt, the whole 9 yards. And he's very animated as he's walking around on deck. He's giving orders to prepare the ship. Standing next to him, you see a female elf, tall, slender. She has kind of a blue, kind of like shawl on. She has silver hair, skin bronzed from the sun. She seems a lot less animated and a little bit more stoic, more serious about whatever job she's.
Hello.
He's called down from the dock.
Yeah.
Hi.
This halfling rushes to the railing and looks down and he goes, "Ahoy there! Who are you?"
My name's Jade. Who are you?
See, he grins and he grabs onto one of the riggings and jumps off the side of the ship. Kind of swings in this wide arc down until he lands feet first on the dock, and he comes out and he sticks his hand right out to you. He says, "Captain Devin Patina, the Busty Beluga, nice to meet you."
Do we all have to do that? I don't think I.
Not unless you want to. It's a lot of fun.
No,
though.
I'm good. I don't. Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Oh, I see your pin. Nice pin. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I know. I know where you got those from, and he gives you a very obvious wink.
Oh, did you also get a letter?
No, I don't need a letter. It's my ship.
Oh.
Are you all together?
Yes. All of us.
He goes down the line, each and every one of you, shaking your hands. Captain Devin Patine, Captain Devin Patine, Captain Devin Patine. Nice to meet y'all. Welcome. You're coming aboard the Busty Beluga. Welcome.
Nice to meet you. I would really like to swing on your rope.
It's so much fun, please.
He is already halfway up the rope before you would say
No, you have to climb up the gangway first, and then you jump off with the rope. You don't climb the rope onto the ship. That's not fun.
Have you tried it? And he just sort of like dangling, legs kicking in the air, not really swinging anywhere.
Give me an athletics check, Professor.
Oh.
Here we go.
That's a 19.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you can climb up the rope, no problem.
Spry little motherfucker.
You see Professor just kind of like jump onto the rope, and he's hand over hand. He's just going up to the top, and the captain's like, "Wow, I did not expect that from that one."
I'm very spry.
I
You should
can
see me
tell.
with two tails.
Or just not.
I'm just gonna board the ship. Yeah.
Yuki's just gonna walk on the ship, kind of shaking her head.
We're gonna go online.
So you how do you know about the pins?
How do I know about the pins? She says. How do I know about the pins?
Yeah.
That is what she said.
Did you just like the pins and you just said that they were nice?
No, I know what the pins are. I just
Is it a secret?
yes.
Why?
Inside check.
I already tried that. I have to hopefully someone else can see shit.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, we have no shit, man.
Plus 4.
Definitely a secret. No. You see, a fairy dragon came to me and told me to expect some people wearing some pins. So here I am.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
No.
But
You
you
seem very excited about it, though.
Yes.
We were happy with this one.
How often do you see a fairy dragon?
I didn't even see this one.
See? Exactly.
No,
That's
I
what I'm
don't.
talking about.
You're
very
excitable.
Thank you.
I love Devin. It's not Darren.
Yuki, do you have some of that chamomile tea?
Yes.
It is not for me.
I'm getting sweaty.
I know.
I know, right?
Well, that's right to business then. We're coming right aboard. Are you ready to shove off?
I mean, I have been told I don't have a choice, so
Oh, you always have a choice.
No, we do not.
yeah, I was also told that.
Somehow those were not contradictory. Let's say get on the boat, fucker.
So as you make your way up the gangway to the deck of the ship, you can kind of see this elf woman is kind of like she's standing with her arms crossed back by the ship's wheel. She's standing up on the quarter deck, kind of looking down over the main deck below. She watches you board, and she just kind of watches you silently. There's really no like overt expression on her face. She pretty much just seems all business.
Odd.
She just kind of gives a silent.
Devin was a lot.
She gives you another nod.
Yeah. Good talk.
Another nod.
Keep going.
Captain,
Yes. What was your name? I didn't get your name.
I'm Yuki.
Yuki, Captain Devin Petit. Nice to meet you.
Yes, it is very nice. Who is that?
Oh, that's my first mate, Kira.
Kira. Right. She doesn't seem very enthusiastic like you.
There must be balance, Yuki.
Shut up, Ren!
Your skull thread is correct, actually. She does kind of balance out my manicness with her seriousness. She's always very serious all the time. Always about business, always about the ship, making sure the ship is in top shape. Well, I'm sure the ship would not be in as good a shape as it is without her. I can tell you that.
Do you get into a lot of trouble?
Sometimes.
Why? How?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Just
it because of whales? Yuki said there's whales.
There are whales, but we don't get in trouble because of the whales.
I don't know anything else about ships.
Can I make you some tea?
Yes!
Oh no.
No, this isn't like an Elise. I'm not gonna get her drunk.
That's a different story.
That's a totally different thing. Yuki is going to make some tea.
She's organized.
Oh yeah, there is. She's going to take some chamomile. She's going to take some lavender, and she is going to take a little bit of Bowen's flower.
So I'm sorry, some what?
Bowen's flower.
Bowen's flower.
Uh-huh. Just a little.
Maybe some black man.
Bowen's
Black lotus in there.
Not that type of person.
Bowen's flower can be ground into a mild sedative tea.
Do we want the captain of the ship to fall asleep?
I said a little, just a little.
I don't think sleep on the table.
No.
Please give me a check with your herbalism kit, which uses your wisdom. Do you have proficiency in herbalism?
Yes, I do have
So this is going to be a d20 roll.
that. Okay.
You're going to add your wisdom modifier
Okay.
plus proficiency.
Okay, hang on.
I think that's a +5 for you because your wisdom's +3, right?
Just got my
I
shit
deduced
up.
this. If your insight is +5,
What
this
is it?
basically the same.
So fun thing, the plug at the bottom of the cooler was open.
Oh
So ice has been melting onto the
Oh, so that's what that was.
Yeah, so it's just water, it's fine.
Okay.
I thought my feet were just cold.
Oh damn!
No, it's fine.
I knew I stepped on something.
I
wet
didn't know
earlier.
that I didn't know that
Did we close it?
I did, I just did.
So what are you asking me? My wisdom?
So you're gonna make a roll.
Huh.
You're gonna make a d20 roll. You're gonna add your wisdom.
Yes.
It's gonna cut you!
Yeah.
Your wisdom modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so wisdom modifier is +3.
Uh-huh.
Where do I find proficiency is +2, so that's 3 plus 5. That's a whopping 8.
Tea does not come out well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tried to put too many herbs all at once.
Yeah, also her nerves are a little jangled. It's been a heck of a morning.
Unfortunately, the tea is not drinkable,
Right.
and you have pretty much that this little bit of Bowen's flour that you've used has been consumed.
Okay.
So you make the tea for her,
Yeah.
and he drinks it, and he goes, "Is this tea or just water?"
My word. He's immune to tea. Yeah.
There was legend that spoke of the blood.
The man who tea did not touch.
What cup did you give him? Did you give him like a cup, like your own cup, or did you find like a cup?
No, I prepared my tea and my own little thing, and I just let him use
Okay.
my cup, my little clay.
So he gives your cup back to you and says, "That was water. Thank you." If anyway,
This is supposed to be water. water. It's supposed to be leaf juice.
Leaf juice to make you sleepy.
So are we ready to set sail, group?
I suppose.
I think so.
Yes.
Are you ready to set sail? You're the captain.
He kind of nods and he jumps back up the quarter deck behind the ship's wheel. Looks to Kira, who's standing, kind of looking over the railing there. He gives her a smile. He goes, "Kira, set us off!" And she kind of nods at him and looks out. And it's not just the two of these. There is like a full crew on this ship. There's just
It's okay.
there's a full
These
crew.
are the ones we see.
Yeah.
She just calls out, "Unfurl the sails." Sails come down. Anchor goes up. Ship sails out. So it takes a little bit of time. About an hour or so,
Made for decks and stuff.
the shoreline from Red's Wharf begins to shrink away, and nothing but the sea and the horizon surround you on all sides. From the quarterdeck, Captain Poutine whistles some shanties to pass the time as he mans the ship's wheel, while First Mate Kira keeps watch on the ship and sailing conditions. The crew tends to the various duties. As this ship goes out to sea, why don't we take a spin around the table, and I'd like to see what's going on with everyone's minds. What are you guys doing as this ship starts to sail away? And I'll start with my left to you, unless you want to start with somebody else.
No, we're fine. So I think Yuki her nerves are jangled between getting the invite that's not an invite to the Feywild, going to the Feywild, or on their way to the Feywild. Everything that happened in the morning, that her tea didn't work. She's jangled, she's uncertain, she's conflicted, so I think she's gonna take up her spot kind of at the front of the ship, and she's gonna sit there and just kind of let she's gonna let the ocean air kind of just blow through her fur, blow through her hair, and just like try to relax. I think she's gonna try to kind of find her inner balance, find her inner peace, and block out the crazy ass fucking captain. I think that's.
Oh, those are so cute. I got one. They look violent.
I think that's what Yuki is doing.
If you have wings, please feel free.
That's a lot of the list.
Put that weight over there on that corner.
Gotcha.
I should have brought the pointers.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I have some extra minis up here. I'm also going to take out a chest set because I don't think of getting anything for NPC.
Yeah, that's what chest sets are for.
So Yuki, you are kind of in this meditative state as the ship sails.
Yeah.
Are you mostly looking to spend time on your own, or do you wish to seek anybody out?
I think she's going to spend at least a little bit of time by herself. She's going to try to find her inner peace, her inner balance. She's trying to get herself back square because she knows coming up soon is going to be a lot of bullshit. So she's going to try to be ready for that.
You think there's a lot of bullshit? There because the map got pulled out? What could possibly be happening to that? While we are setting up the map, though, just real quick, honey, do you want these to be side by side? Do you want them to be do you want them to be this way so that
That's fine.
there's
It
more
doesn't
space?
matter. However, everybody has room. It's fine. This is where the captain is.
Oh,
and
God,
this is
can you
where
work with him?
that's where your first mate is.
No, let's go hang out with Yuki.
Oh, Neville made
Oh my gosh,
plans.
Neville.
Oh jeez.
So Neville.
Neville had a Neville.
I gotta find an army in here, and I know I've got one somewhere. It's just gonna take me a while to find it.
Thank you.
Did the hot glue work?
Yeah, you set it up. Look at
we
it.
need a mini for the professor. Let's see.
The professor could be his coin.
Oh, sure.
Professor, where would you like to be on the ship?
He's standing up at the front with his back leaning against the railing.
Like here?
I can't see.
Oh, sorry. Is there a map in Roll20?
Okay, he's also hanging
map's
out
on-
the
the map's
front
on
with
Roll20.
Ren and Yuki. All of us have gone to the front away
Yeah.
from the captain.
Away from the captain.
Oh, this is fodder for some uncomfortable discussion.
I like that Yuki went to the front of the ship to get quiet, and everybody else like flocked up there to get away from the captain.
Okay, well that's also quiet away from the captain.
You want me to move your token, Yuki?
No. She's up there.
On the Roll20.
Oh, yes, please.
I'll give you.
Give me control.
I'll give you control.
Please and thank you.
Get it out now.
I know, I have to.
Keep going.
Chris wasn't privy to the wonderful world of the
You heard me, bitchin'.
deliciousness. He was there for a session.
One, yeah.
Which, like, goddamn.
To be fair, it wasn't really Witchlight. It was just Leannon.
That would make it better.
Yeah.
Guess who was there the entire time?
Yeah. Being her cute little spy self. Yeah.
Ares, what are you thinking about? What are you doing as the ship begins to sail from shore?
Ares is just gonna walk around on the deck, test out the sturdiness of the wood, just in case stuff does go down. So if he happens to do what he needs to do, he won't fall through the boat.
Do you have any kind of experience with ships and sailing?
I don't say I know I've probably been sailing with what I've been doing and stuff, but
Let's do an investigation check.
that's more.
To 4? Ship seems pretty good.
Seems legit.
Seems legit. Seems legit. Are you looking to seek anybody out, or?
No, just Ares is basically going to be walking around in a sense, just minding his own business.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out for stuff.
Okay. Yuki's in a meditative state. Ares is going around making sure the ship is seaworthy. Ren.
I've got a 19 on his con save, so he is not seasick, thank you very much.
Excellent.
So he is just staring out the ocean, being like, huh, this is good. Do not think I remember this. This is a
Of
very
course, I don't
long
roll for anything. I roll
experience.
fucking 20.
So he's just there chilling, being quiet. He
Okay.
is not disturbing Yuki, he just doesn't want to be anywhere near their captain.
So far, everybody pretty much giving themselves a quiet moment of reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need it, it's been crazy.
Norco and Arby. Oh my god, that movie is so great.
It is.
Which one?
Both.
Both.
Well, that one's just a generic from back when I played the miniatures war game. This is just a mercenary sergeant, but he's mostly covered in plate mail, so he kind of works for a rowboat.
Nice.
Unsurprisingly, no minis that perfectly match Arby's design.
For those?
No, they don't do like the single track wheel
Lame.
very often.
So we just need to get Gizmo Duck.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, the Professor and Jeffrey have made their way to the bow of the ship. What is Professor up to? Is he looking to seek anybody out, or is he too also looking to kind of just take a moment to himself?
I think he's taking a moment to himself. He's kind of leaning with his back against the railing, not actually looking at the water, but he's with his left hand, he's got his journal, and in his right hand, he's like furiously writing away again, kind of oblivious to the fact that Ren and Yuki had joined him there.
That's fine, we can all ignore each other together, I'm down.
A companionable silence.
That's
Yeah.
nothing, I'm not mad.
Naruto and Arby have made their way back to the after the quarter deck.
Yeah. I think Naruto is sort of watching as Uzura starts to disappear, become part of the horizon, and she's thinking to herself that she thought that we would be going maybe to Iceland first before going up to Averil. She's gonna be very close to Tremonto now. Okay. things are going okay with Jade. They're special friends. They're doing some practice stuff.
We're experimenting.
Yeah. But she's, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening, and something's going to happen midway through the journey. They're going to see whatever Leviathan is, and then talk to an Archfey. Oh, look, a ballista, a mechanical object that she can just fiddle with and just work with her hands. And how do they not have a single cannon? Are they? Maybe I could just make this better. What if the bolts had gunpowder as part of the delivery mechanism? So then, then we could. Then it would be an explosive. And she's gonna do that to take her mind off all the other stuff going on.
Okay.
Arby is also there.
Are we standing guard as usual? How about Reverie and Mara?
Reverie has just found a place to sit down, and she's reading the volume 2 of the Thorns of the Black Rose book that Jade lent her, and pestering Alatar. Just like, what can you tell me about this person? Are you sure we should be going to the Feywild?
Does Reverie need a token?
That
Okay.
one.
So Jade's the only one who's not on board.
Oh, I forgot to put my little token up there. Hold on.
You want me to find you a thing, or
Nope, I've got a thing.
you got a thing? You just can use your thing.
Where's Narco?
Narco's at the aft of the quarterdeck. There. Alatar is open about what he knows about the Thorns of the Black Rose. Pretty much the history of their travels and what they've done. It's all pretty well known at this point. So Alatar will add in whatever personal notes that he has about the members that he's met.
Does he let me know if they travel with
Yeah. So yeah.
What's the relationship then? Just silence.
Yep.
Just doesn't say anything.
Did he elaborate on what he meant by sadness?
So, asking Alatar about sadness related to Lorelei, he'll relay that Lorelei was put in this position as Summer Queen by more of happenstance than by something that she wanted to do or pursued. But also that Alatar has some personal opinions about Lorelei, and that he thinks that her attitude.
You can look at me and like stress giggle about it. We all know what Lorelei is.
No.
It's okay.
What you need to say is Alatar never got over the breakup.
Yeah, pretty much in a nutshell.
That's it.
But Alatar's personal opinion of Lorelei is that he thinks that her attitude and her approach to adverse situations sometimes gets in her own way, and in itself is kind of a detriment to her when she tries to, in her own like interpersonal relationships. Again, stemming from the nasty split between her and Mary.
5 years ago, and none of us are over it.
Okay, don't forget.
Yeah, neither does Lorelei.
Jade.
I think Jade is trying to take all of this in, which is what she said earlier. I have to get one. I think she's trying to just take all of this in with what's happening. Knowing that we were going to get potentially a contact that was going to help us with more information, and then finding out that it's an archbay of the stories that basically prompted Jade to accept her dad's offer to come back to this world. Between those, along with the others that she read of other heroes, and then we potentially might meet one, and then if we do, Fedwin's meeting didn't go great. That wasn't a great time for Jade.
Meet your heroes.
Even though, like, it wasn't Fedwin's fault, any of it that happened, but it was, like, the fallout from that made her very leery about wanting to get to know him, and she's really worried about what this is going to happen, and then all of her other friends are also concerned, and she's just gonna try to find a space where she can sit and be near to both Reverie and Nariko, because she sees Nariko is working on the ballista. Why is she taking it apart? Don't we need that? Maybe not. I don't know what that is. And then Reverie sitting and reading, and she doesn't want to bother either one of them, so she'll hang out in between the two of them and take out David and have a little chat with David. David.
Oh, that's Miss Jade.
Hey, I got a letter in the not mail, and it wasn't by Modron, and I got a visit from the fairy dragon, and apparently we've been summoned to visit the Feywild
Oh.
by the Summer Queen.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's about the sound we all made.
It's a different town they're in.
Oh.
How should we, what's a good idea for that?
Well, for up to me, Miss Jade, I never trust a Fae further than I can throw them.
You don't even have arms, so it's not very far, is it?
Good point.
Yeah. So what do I do? I mean, Nariko kind of says we kind of don't have a choice, because we could say no, but then we're going to go anyway.
Likely.
Okay, that's not helpful. I was really expecting some helpfulness to this.
Do you want me to be truthful, or do you want me to lie?
No, I always want you to tell the truth to me.
Yes.
Okay. So what do I do?
It's a good idea to not be rude,
Okay, I could.
because the Fae live for a very long time,
Yeah. Forever, right?
pretty much,
Okay.
and they hold grudges for that long. So don't piss them off.
Okay.
Is number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Second of all, don't promise anything that you don't intend to follow through on.
Okay.
And don't lie, because they can tell.
I'm not good at lying. I tried that, and it's not. It made my stomach hurt. What can I do to make sure my friends are protected?
Yes, right.
No, we have protection.
Protection.
Yeah. It just says safe passage to and from the Feywild will be provided, and you'll be under the full protection of the Court of Summer during your stay.
Oh, well, then nothing's going to hurt you.
Okay.
Especially if you get the promise from the Summer Queen herself.
It was signed Lorelei.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about her personally?
Personally, no.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're doing this. I think we're going to Leviathan. Have you ever heard of Leviathan?
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Really good talk. I'm enjoying it.
But you've heard of it.
Yes.
What have you heard?
It's a big ship. It has lots of pirates on it. Some of them living, some of them not. But still walking around.
Undead pirates? Or like
Possible.
ghosts?
Yes.
Okay. So just all of the above. We're just going to check all of the above on my list of things that are potentially bad.
It's made of a bunch of ships that have been kind of crashed together and pulled in and assimilated into a big, giant floating structure of like almost a town on water.
Oh.
It can be very confusing to get around. I was just getting yourself a guide. Yeah.
Reverie looks up. I thought you said you didn't.
I know what I've heard. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen it myself.
Okay, so it's a big floating amalgamation of a bunch of ships.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And there might be dead pirates and living pirates, but mostly just pirates.
Yeah.
Right. Do I not be rude to the pirates too, or do I be rude to the pirates? What's the pirate etiquette?
If you're rude to a pirate, they'll likely try to kill you.
Okay, so no rudeness happening to anything. That's good.
But then you can fight back. I mean, they're mortal, mostly.
Except for once a month again.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. All of this is great information, David. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate it.
I feel like we got a lot out of this conversation.
I feel like we really did. I feel like you definitely told me everything that I needed to be aware of. So, that's good. That's good. I'm glad we had this talk.
Such a joy to see Jade start to get snippy.
Yep. She just, I'm not having the best time. It's still a good time. I'm still with all the friends on the ship. Going to a other ship. It's fine. And then she just mumbles off. Just her own thing.
It starts tightening up the crystals like so nervous. They're gonna do the traditional pirate greeting. Make sure this is really tight.
So, she's between Narco and Reverie. She's like, you both heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have a question. The letter said that we're going to have safe passage to and from the Feywild, and the full protection of the Court of Summer while we're there. It didn't say anything else. It didn't say anything about being protected before we get there, did it?
We must seek out Garthy O'Brien at the Golden Gardens aboard the Leviathan. Which means we have to get aboard, but no guarantees on how we make our way there.
Oh, good. That's what I thought too. That's great. I'm going to look over the magic that I have today. I'm going to see. I've got a lot of magic. I have a lot of magic today. It's fine.
Let windlass get so loose. There. Enemies. Whoa. One cannon. Not one.
Sounds like Narco's very
Heavy cannon.
I would feel so much more secure if there were more explosives on this boat. Yes. Because then you send them to the other vessel, and then they have to deal with it. Science. It's a lot of science. I like how Narco also did not ask for permission to start messing around with all of their artillery here. But she's in the zone.
Nobody said not to.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for a while.
She's very nervous. She needs something to do with her hands.
I'm glad.
Hey.
I'm at one point glad that Narco is nervous, and also more anxious because Narco is visibly nervous.
It's okay. We handle this by making sure that when shit starts, I have more bullets ready. The bullets in this case are for ballistas that are not that need more ammo right next to it, right here. And yeah. Because I'm already looking around and it's like these are just sailors. This is not like a marine ship. I hope the big lion guy he works out. It'd be a real shame if he joined us and then just immediately keeled over.
Really, you're home. Oh.
So.
It's fine, we're good. Okay, thanks.
All
You
good.
guys are so paranoid. I don't know.
Do you want to know why?
Ares has never seen a group so paranoid in his life. As he's walking, he's seeing everyone get paranoid, especially you two, David and Norco, and I'm over here like he's over here just like. You guys are all paranoid.
I have already died once.
Same.
Getting close. Not looking for PK experience.
Are you guys that wanted?
This was before everything happened.
Yes.
This is before the war.
Look, just give it a couple days.
Very well.
You'll see. We reached this level of paranoia by like day 4.
Joe, you doing it right to them, apparently.
You're crashing a bomb on day 2.
Fucking Cthulhu cultists decided to be the primary antagonist. So.
I mean, the very first encounter was an ambush, so that kind of set the tone, I think.
It was North going was. Is that why?
Well,
The first encounter was an ambush. Second encounter, we actually blew our way in through the back door. Phrasing. But we still wound up with way more enemies than we wanted underground with no escape.
Yeah.
And then we got ambushed.
Yep.
And then we took the fight to their home, but they were ready for us. It was kind of like a fucking ATF and Waco, like. Oh.
Yeah, that sounds about that's fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then here at Red's Wharf, ambush by the plants. And then sort of mutual ambush of each other.
Yeah.
And then we got ambushed by the fucking puzzle.
Yeah.
So no, we're on a deficit on being able to take fights on our own terms, good sir.
Yeah. Paranoia has been warranted.
No, this is a
Paranoia is what keeps us alive.
oh, maybe I
Okay.
should scale back on that stuff.
No.
No.
It's been 11 days.
Correction, 12 days now.
Look, we are sitting on a map, and I see a lot of open space that has not been filled with things I can shoot at. So.
That's just Arian's opinion. He's never seen a group so paranoid in his life.
There's some secret.
Which
By the
amazes
way,
me, because you run with like thieves guilds, people who take their security very seriously.
right?
Yeah.
To be fair, to reiterate, 16 years old, 16 years old.
Arian's in how old you
Yeah.
Oh, that's also we never really gave like a full like around
Description.
the table description of
Oh,
each
yeah.
of
Yeah.
us for Chris's sake.
Yeah, Aries is 29.
I've been alive for 2 months.
I was gonna say, what is your description of your character? I was like, no.
Yeah, let's do some descriptions. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's something I completely neglected. Since we have a new
We were kind of in the zone, and he was waiting 2.5 hours to even be here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I was being patient. I was waiting.
No, you were. I commend you and
Yeah.
me, sir.
Very patient. With our nonsense.
Don't stop talking.
Listen, I hear enough of it upstairs when I'm not playing Smite or something. I hear you just go on.
I was curious how much osmosis you had picked up before this point.
Here and there, if I'm not playing
Osmosis,
Smite or playing my
nonsense.
Switch someone downstairs or playing with Merlin or doing stuff with magic, I hear it go off like, I'm sorry, no.
I was just when I tried to light the fire, goes on fire. Okay.
It was very loud that Cujo was waiting at the top of the gate and looking at me like, oh.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
These things do happen.
Yeah, a little bit too often for my liking.
Yeah, they do.
So, why don't we start with Yuki? Let's give us a little description.
Yeah, sure. Yuki is, she's a floof.
What kind of floof?
She is a monk floof.
What kind of vaccine monk floof? No leopard?
Oh yeah, she's white. She's
I was
completely
saying,
white.
she said something about cheetah. I'm like, cheetah?
Yeah, she's completely white, floof, fluffy tail that poops out when she gets scared, which lately has been frequently. This is This is the first time she has left the monastery, and she may never leave again. This may be one and done for Yuki.
Surprised you're still with the party.
Right? She's like, I'm gonna go back and hang out with Catch. I'll see you later. So Yuki follows her monastery. They believe in balance in all things. So when that bitch started talking about balance and bringing a death god in because life takes too long to die, that's why Yuki got a little fired up. Balance in all things. With the good comes the bad. That's just the way it is, but there must be a balance in the end of things. Yuki kind of gained some fame or notoriety because people would come to the monastery. It was the monastery she was in replaced the was it a monastery that Vaxis took over?
Would be
Yeah. They replaced.
It was the
Yeah.
the way of the long death. That was after this.
Yes. So they tore that down, replaced it with Yuki's monastery to try to, bring back the balance of life that has happened in this awful place. So people come to see, because obviously Thorns of the Black Rose, everybody talks about them, Vaxis, and this is where, big shit went down, so people come to see. When they do, Yuki is there, and she makes her teas for all the visitors, and she's kind of gained a little bit of notoriety for her teas, so this is why she was invited to the Feast of St. Valinor to kind of represent the monastery and preach the word of balance while providing these teas and kind of sharing her gift with the world. Is that about it?
Yeah,
Good?
great.
Yeah. That's my girl.
Trent is a black centaur with a white skull head, whose eyes do not have eyeballs, but instead they glow with flames. And he has
Doorbell.
a large black set of antlers. And he woke up about 11 days ago outside of the city where the festival of St. Valinor was happening. He was immediately accosted by the crowd. The professor came in and saved him, and apparently now they are best friends forever.
Science bros!
Brad does not remember much, but he knows he is a cleric of Thanatos and is slowly trying to regain his memories and figure out his purpose. He is big and intimidating, but his charisma sucks, so he's not actually intimidating.
Professor, description. Oh, caught him off guard.
I was ready!
Just had to come off mute, guys.
Ah!
The professor is the professor in name and profession as the professor of arcane history. He is about 6 feet tall, very svelte, kind of looks human, except he's got these golden eyes, he's got red hair, and he kind of dresses like a Victorian dandy. He's not like most adventurers in that he's like nice clothes, like slacks. He's got like a yellow vest and this like dark teal pea coat that he wears on top of it. He is a kitsune who prefers to stay in his human form unless it's absolutely needed otherwise, and he values knowledge above most things, as you would expect.
Marco. So, Marco is Marco von Grutzner of the von Grutzner Trading Company, which would be one of the few names at the table that Ares probably actually has heard of before because of that.
Yeah, Ares would have heard of it.
You know,
I don't know if I gave you that or not.
well, I know if they were going to ask for a from on you specifically that yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very much known to Point Pleasant and Yrsa, but has branches all around. She is the adopted daughter of the runs the company. So she's kind of like the heiress. She's, as mentioned, 16. I have reposted her art, access in the introductions section.
I should call you, buddy.
Oh, I thought he had access to that.
Yep, okay.
Because you posted his art for his Leonin.
I did.
So,
I did.
gotcha. In that case.
Got it.
Well, while everyone's doing memento wing, wings are here. They are plain, but we have 6 different sauces you can have.
Wow.
You would like it. And I'm hungry, so I'm getting.
So she is young, but she definitely carries herself with a lot of that taught noble confidence, as best she can. She's also well armed with pistols and a rifle, all of which are her own creation. She's an artificer. And she's also joined by Arby. Arby is a robot.
Rubit?
Robot. And I definitely want to show you the art of Arby.
Arby's pretty awesome.
He's got a vibe. Where did I put that art?
in a channel.
Probably in like the other art section. Scroll. Find it.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Yes. So here's what RB looks like. It's his name comes from ARB, Arcana Robotic Bodyguard, and he's great. He does not. He understands. He does not speak though. They did not give it a language, but that's my state of thing.
That's fine.
Yeah, Nargo is kind of semi-officially the leader of the Mystic Mechanicus.
Is she artillerist?
She is not artillerist. She is battlesmith.
Oh.
Because I busted her ability to fire her rifle, such to the point that it was actually better, instead of like having a turret that I needed to spend my action, I'm just going to have a robot stand in front to make sure people can't get to me until I shoot them dead. But yes, she is mechanically minded, intelligent, charismatic, but not necessarily world-wise just yet, although that is quickly being rectified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverie is a gray-skinned, white-haired tiefling who, like, almost constantly has her nose in books. You will see her constantly writing in her slow book and having conversations seemingly with herself. She has the other notable feature. She has solid blue eyes. That's what she looks like.
And abs.
Abs for days.
As for days.
As for days, but only for show.
Only show abs. You need to show
Cosmetic
abs.
abs. Listen, my strength is 11. It's higher than average.
Oh, she's allowed to have abs.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, we're glad. Show that. Love it. Disappointing.
Jade is a young elven woman. She has she wears a very large black wide-brimmed hat that keeps her in shadow most of the time. She's got long strawberry blonde hair and gray eyes, sometimes green. And she wears long shoulder-length black gloves and a long black dress most of the time, and a bag at her hip that sometimes talks because when she takes it out, it's a skull. His name is David, and she's on her very first adventure to this plane of existence. So it's been wild. None of them.
How many characters of yours are there?
Faywin, so just the one. Also, a lot of art is for redheads, so.
Alright, well, food is here. We've been going for about 4 hours now, so it's a good point to take a breather. So I will stop the recording for now, and we'll take a break. We'll have some wings. Come back fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.